Happy Monday, everyone. It's happy days as well. It is time for the United States Grand Prix for silver tonight. It is our second day here in Austin, Texas, and a beautiful part of the world, isn't it? Of course, and I hope you've got your barbecues on the go and all that kind of jazz. This is going to be a frightfully good Austin Grand Prix. Well, Grand Prix of in the Austin area, isn't it? I gotta say, I don't know much about me old about the old regions, all that kind of stuff of the good old US of A. What I do know is that it has got 52 states. Is that right? I don't know actually. I think I'm wrong actually. So maybe not. Then if someone could tell me what states they've got, I know haven't they got like a star for every state they've got? I think so. Anyway, but anyway, there we go. Enough of that chin wagging. Let's get on with the action, shall we? It is the United States Grand Prix then here in COTA, Circle of the America, Formula One purpose-based track. This one is 20 turns and 3.4 miles long. This one is, and we've got 5.5 kilometers. Depending on your unit of measure. And this is the United States Grand Prix. Still, unfortunately, Silver have kind of, they've wrapped up the Drivers' Championship, unfortunately for us, but brilliant stuff for Troy, as he is the second earliest driver to win a Silver Championship. Fantastic stuff. Of course, Glock was the earliest driver to win when he won it in round 15, didn't he? Troy was only a couple of races before, wasn't he? Or after, I should say, back in 17 or 18. And anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? We got last season's race winner, New Potato. That's New Potato's only Grand Prix win in silver, which I find absolutely absurd, really. The man with so much talent, you was expecting him to have more than one win. Then, of course, he has, of course, been the bronze world champion, hasn't he? I think he got 4 or 5 wins in bronze then, potentially. But yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that for New Potato. He's very much like our Jean Lacey of silver, isn't he? Where he should have a lot more wins. He's been unlucky, hasn't he? Let's see if he can get a bit of luck here tonight. But yes, he won last time. He got pole position, the race win, and the fast lap. There he got the triple crown then. And the season before, it was actually Glock that got pole position there, but it's probably Orange that got the win then. I think that was a very unique race that wasn't it? Because Glock had some issues at the exit of the pit lane. Not sure what happened there, whether the pit limiter was stuck on or what, but whatever the case may be, his car grinded to a halt, didn't it? Which opened the door beautifully well, didn't it, for Paulie Orange to take a Grand Prix win. I think that was his third Grand Prix win of his career in silver, if I'm not very much mistaken then. As we're now lining up then for the United States Grand Prix. And let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors, shall we? And here they are. It is Troy who cannot be overthrown in this World Championship. He is the World Champion of Silver Season 3. And he's got 129 points then in front of Gamer, who is second in the World Championship one. And he returns to action so after 3 race absence. Good stuff to see Gamer. Can he solidify his second position? I don't think he can tonight. Or in Mexico, actually. It's only 15 points between himself and Nigel. It's a good old battle for second and third. New Potato. Oh my word, I'll just sit. I hope it don't rain there from Gordo. Well, unfortunately, he has really put the kibosh on this one. It is sprinkling with rain, and it's very light rain, but it's still rain nonetheless, isn't it? Whilst the rain is coming down, as you can see, it's coming down not very much in steroids or raining cats and dogs then, but it is I would call that a sprinkling of rain, wouldn't I, to say the least then, as Wilson's retired from the session. So we got New Potato then, who is in 4th position and 29 points away from Nigel. BP is in BP is in 5th position now, 17 points away from New Potato with Serious Mushroom in 6th, and this is where it gets very tight then. BP on 99 points, 98 for Serious Mushroom, 96 for Gordo, 93 for Wilson. That is incredibly close there between those 4 or 5 drivers. Absolutely amazing stuff indeed then. Farfair is 20 points further back in the Racing Point. Maldonado is in the top 10. TK has jumped in front of Curry, and also Bradfield has jumped in front of FIFA Beefy as well. In the relegation zone is Baz, Young Tommy, and Billet. In the Constructors standings, it is as this. The Constructors Championship cannot be won today. However, 1-2 for the Renault team tonight with Fast Lap as well. We'll pull in within 6 points of the Constructors Championship crown in Mexico, or 1-2 of other Fast Lap. We'll put them 7 points then in within reach of the Constructors Championship. So keep an eye on that one. I certainly can't because I ain't got my calculator next to me tonight. Renault then are 82 points in front of Mercedes, and Ferrari are in 3rd position then. as Bradfield's TK interrupted me there. How rude of him. Ferrari are 75 points then behind Mercedes as well. As a bit of a mammoth gap there. Racing Point, who had an appalling start to the season, is up in the fourth, believe it or not. They're 29 points behind the Ferrari team. Ferrari team as well. Fifth position is the Alfa Romeo team. 7 points behind the Racing Point. Then we got Haas, who's jumped into sixth position. Williams are seventh, and they're 3 points away from the Haas team. Red Bull are in eighth position. They're 12 points away from the Williams team. McLaren are in ninth. AlphaTauri completes the top 10, but they did have a very good performance last time, didn't they? Courtesy of young Dan Murphy, who's out on circuit at the moment. Well, it's a bit of a dead rubber qualifying performance, really, because unfortunately we've only got 17 drivers on the grid tonight, and we've already lost 2 already. And it's both the Red Bull drivers, and Red Bull having an appalling run of luck here in ALR, and they were absolutely, they're going to be very, they're very disappointed with what is occurring for the Red Bull team this season. And in all 4 leagues, really, I must say, Red Bull have had a real bad run of the mill, haven't they, over ALR in the past couple of seasons. I've got to say, Ferrari and Red Bull in ALR terms of probably one of the least most successful teams on the ALR grid then. But I've got to say, Nigel's really trying to turn that around, but unfortunately he didn't turn around that turn, did he? As he's coming away then, and to start us up. So let's go for the comments, shall we? We've got Far Through his first head. Evening from Gamers. Good evening, Gamer. Welcome back then. Gordo is fourth. He's also hello as well. Then we got Dylan, who is seventh then, as Dylan has miscounted there, because I think he might have been sixth perhaps. Or eighth then. I've miscounted as well. I don't know what a good time is, nor what a good strategy is there. I say a good strategy is probably make sure you keep it on the wall then, and also do not get any penalties either then. That is going to be the golden rule tonight, isn't it? It's about the lack of penalties that could win you or lose you the Grand Prix. Last night it was definitely Peas that Peas in Emerson didn't get any penalties at all there. Good stuff indeed there from both the drivers who come first and second last night. Brilliant stuff indeed then, but of course Peas there, who lost the race a couple of races before with that penalty. Last night he really he learned on that one, didn't he? And in his first Grand Prix with the Ferrari team, he took the checkered flag at first head. So good stuff indeed there from look at that rain then. That rain is starting to come down a bit heavier now. As we was looking on the track there, it was a bit of a splash sploshy there, wasn't it? Nigel coming down the back straight. Dylan there. There's a curse then as well, as we're now coming up the hill. And is there no sound? Have I been talking? There's no sound. Hang on a minute. Oh, have I? Is there no sound? Hang on a minute. Oh, have I? Is there no sound? Hang on a minute. Oh, hello. Oh. Have I? Is there no sound? Hang on a minute. Oh, hello. Oh gosh, so there we go. I'm back. I'm back. I don't know there. Well, maybe I took my headset out. Whoops. Was there any sound to begin with? If I've been talking and no one's been paying attention to me, that's absolutely diabolical from you guys. Oh gosh, so if I was it on before? I hope so, because I have been talking to myself, Ben, for the last couple of minutes, then, which is quite embarrassing, really. And you have missed some very impressive knowledge and trivia, because I always come out with some knowledge and trivia, don't I? Because I am so full of interest, in fact. Laugh out loud. Here comes Tommy out of the farm, and then Tommy's got a lot to has got a lot to sort of like. Then Gunnar has assured me that it was only on for a minute or two. Then, so let's recap. What was I talking about? I was talking about Hammer time, actually. There, he is looking quite strong, isn't he, in this Grand Prix, because of you're looking quite strong in the practice session, isn't he, Hammer Time? So we'll keep an eye out for Hammer Time. That is going to be my pick going into COBALT as well. But I must apologise to Hammer Time, because it'll probably end up in the fence now, because I've said that. Here comes Curly then, who's on the intermediate tyres. And Gordo is fancying the soft tyres out there. Interesting stuff. We'll keep an eye on Gordo and see what that does for him then. As Kakarot Goku saying, Rain, I love it then, young Tommy. Evening, or Dylan saying, hashtag Tommy for president. Mushroom for vice president there. I've got to say, I could be the gesture is it a gesture? I don't know. No, gesture is when you do something. A jester, that's it. It's a joke man, isn't it? I don't know. A Joker kind of thing there. Yellow flag says, when the Mercedes has come a cropper, Tommy is currently the fastest so far. A couple of tenths of a second in front of TK at the moment, and the rain is still coming down, not with heavy intensity. Maldonado has gone to the wet tyres there, so I'm wondering if she's just trying to save a set of intermediate tyres then for later on this qualifying session, or if she feels then that she just wants to get her eye in slightly there. As Maldonado's had some humongous crashes this year, hasn't she? I think that she did suggest about on the crash of the season. I think that she's got at least 2 free contenders of that on very own self there, hasn't she, Maldonado? But of course, I've got to say, I do love a good crash. So yeah, keep me going back there. Gordo say, mind you, as you cannot eliminated then. We have also got, just taking a look then down at the other comments as well. Dylan's asked, where have I got? I went a while ago then. So we just take a look. We got her. Yes, I'm all back. I am back. Great stuff indeed there. What is the weather for the race? If anyone can tell me. You muted the game sound was always there. Oh, goodness me. That's appalling. Nosy is saying it is, Nosy? Nosy is saying it is dry there for the race there as well. Good stuff indeed there. Chazza, evening people. Good luck to Silver as well then. Great stuff indeed, everyone there. Keep your comments coming in, guys, then, as Ayrton has retired from the session and he's happy with his time there. 1:47.2 then. Maldonado then, we've just been on board with Maldonado. Gordo, how is Gordo getting on those soft tyres then? I've got to say, the track is quite, it's not saturated out there, is it? So, but I think it is intermediate tyres. Intermediate tyres is an absolute magical tyre, isn't it? It is brilliant, the intermediate tyres are, of course, there. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It goes, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It is in between between a full wet track and a complete slick circuit. Marno's going to 2 minutes there, so I've got to say that's not very competitive, but it doesn't need to be competitive in this qualifying 1 session now. Paul is also out on the qualifying run as well. I mean, 5, I should say. Goodness me, I'm getting too friendly with Paul, and goodness me, how dare I say his first name on the stream? Here comes Gordo coming across the line. He has done a 2:03 then, so he's only 3 seconds away from the full wet tyres. Gordo is. These times, it's more of a glorified practice session, this one is. So there's no we already know who we're going to be losing. Unfortunately, we're going to be losing Wilson, who's down in 17th position there. Bradfield is going to be, oh my word there, Farfar is out of control. Oh my word there, he's always out of control, but this time he's got the car out of control, and he's just recovering now then, and getting back on the circuit there. But as long as he puts the time in, he should be fine and dandy then. FIFA Beefy just starting his lap as well, so Paul coming down the back straight as well. As you can see, the raindrops are still coming down then. I'm wondering how long this rain is going to pursue there, because on the left hand side, look right in front of us there's a bit of clearing in the heavy cloud cover, isn't there? So I'm wondering if that is a dry spell for the qualifying conditions then. So we'll keep an eye on that one, because I would like to see would I like to see a dry qualifying or a wet qualifying? I'll leave that for you guys in the comments. Personally, I don't mind whatever the weather, really. I got to say, I'm a big old weather girl fan then, of course. That's why by my favorite UK single was, of course, those Raining Men. Then also by Jerry Halliwell as well. Of course, who was the significant other there of Christian. I was going to say Christian Bale. Then I haven't watched Batman lately, but I really need to. Farfare is going the wrong way there. Farf does usually like to set his own trend there, but unfortunately, that is not the trend you want to set in a Formula One circuit because you're going to get disqualified. Oh, he's in the wall, and this is not the finest of moments there, is it, for Farf, as he is just driven into the wall, into the Armco. But I think that barrier must have moved there, because surely Farf wouldn't have drove straight into the wall there, surely. Having said that, though, he has had previous, hasn't he, where he did drive into the pit wall, or the into the pit entrance there in the Australian Grand Prix, didn't he? Back in it was actually the pre-season race, wasn't it, for Farfang? Comes across the line there in a 2 3/4 minutes lap there. Good stuff indeed there for Farf. Of course, banter aside, then Farf is a very adept racing driver, isn't he? Remember, he won in the I think he won 3 Grand Prix in a row between season 1 and 2. He won Abu Dhabi, then Australia, and Bahrain there. He was magnificent. He was leading the World Championship as well. He should have won China as well if that safety car start didn't hurt him. Otherwise Farf would have been a full-time Grand Prix winner, and potentially that could have gone on to win maybe the season 2 World Championship. But of course, that is all ifs and buts. And remember, F1 spells backwards is if, isn't it? So yes, there's a lot of ifs in this game, isn't there, in this sport? Unfortunately, that season just didn't come to fruition, did it? But Farf has won a Grand Prix this season, hasn't he? So good stuff indeed there. So Farf, and winning in silver is by it's not that difficult. It's not easy to win at all in silver. This grid is one of the most competitive grids you'll see in any league, anywhere, and any Formula One World Championship. It is so nip and tuck, and we've had so many Grand Prix winners this season. Let's go through the list, shall we? Whilst we've still got 4 minutes to go then. So if Gamer's had 4 Grand Prix wins, Farf has had a Grand Prix win, Ayrton's had a Grand Prix win, Nigel's had a Grand Prix win, Troy and Maldonado's also had a Grand Prix win as well. So is Banana Man has had a Grand Prix win, and so is Payne's Dead as well. Goodness me, the list is quite expansive, isn't it, this season? FIFA's gone a second fast set. The weather has abated now, and it is now, so hopefully we'll have dry conditions and ready for qualifying 2, where the real fun begins. And here we have lost, unfortunately, Wilson and Murphy, so both those stars that are going to be at the back of the field. Then we've got Bradfield and Wilson, who are going to be Lionel Stern then, so that means that I'm going to be looking very forward to that then. Hopefully those two don't come to blows then, but I think usually it's Wilson is usually it's usually Maldonado and Wilson who seems to find each other as well, don't they? Always Maldonado and Curly Red seem to find each other as well, don't they, on the circuit this season? Of course, that's the problem with having a really close battle in a grid, isn't it, where you seem to find your rivals more often than not, don't you? DRS has been enabled then, so DRS has been enabled then, and hopefully a dry track as well. Look at that then, as a Farfar just wants to get a lovely new screensaver, I think, on his old PC Mac or whatever he likes to have. But he's probably got both, hasn't he, really, Farfar, because he's a man of technology. We have got Dylan saying Farfar's loving the spinella there, absolutely phenomenal up there from Marshman. Gordo saying I've saved into 10. Jeff said it's drying up. I hate Jeff then. Farfar's saying drift as well there, and Gordo saying dries are now faster then. Yes, indeed they are then. So yes, we will have dry tires, and look at the heat aids, and you can see the wet is already evaporating off of the circuit now, isn't it? So Farfar's found 2/10 of a second there. Farfar's the only driver on track at the moment, and so you're not missing too much out there, because we are missing something, because Sirius Mushroom has escaped the pit lane. He is out on track. He's full fast at the moment. Both Williams drivers are looking at very much at the sharp end at the moment then, and albeit that there is not much to play for in terms of the competitive order in this session, as unfortunately we've already lost our 3 drivers. What we can have a look at is in terms of the performance then. Young Tommy is currently faster, 4/10 second in front of FIFA Beefy, but then again, with the weather drying up, then it's going to all change on his head once again there, isn't it? As it does depend, and of course we do have a lot of specialist drivers in the wet, and the first person who comes to mind when I talk about a specialist wet driver is that you mad bro, the COBALT championship leader, magnificent in Hungary, wasn't he? Absolutely fantastic, and he was also very good last week as well in Japan, wasn't he? You mad bro, I think he's one of the best best wet weather drivers we have had in ALR, and that's a huge statement for a man who's only driven in 6-7 Grand Prix in ALR. So yes, very impressive stuff indeed. That young Tommy saying, "Don't jinx the Williams team, mates. I'll try not to." I'll try not to. Of course, I'll stay well away from the Williams team then. That's why I'm looking at Farfan. Of course, it's a Racing Point are directly in competition with the Williams team in terms of the joint constructors anyway this season. And of course, joint constructors there where all 4 championship teams there will be are all fighting there for the joint constructors, the first ever joint constructors crown in ALR history. Now, Sirius Rush was found 5 seconds there. It's a track is now starting to draw up absolutely splendidly well. Then Maldonado is just asked, "Can I join to race?" Then his young Tommy's asked, "Who is this?" I'm not too sure, to be honest. And I think that might be I wonder if that might be Welshman who's already in the race then, perhaps, or maybe it's someone else then. I'm not too sure then. As we're now coming into the final couple of corners as well. Becca, is that one of your fans there from Welsh Maldonado? I think it might be there, as they do sound very similar. Mushroom now, another M, this time it's Mushroom, 10 seconds almost quicker than his previous best time, 8 seconds quicker than his teammate young Tommy. It's a Williams 1-2 then, if that makes any difference. Hopefully it may do in the coming qualifying sessions and the race itself. Farf is finding time out there with that damaged front wing then, so Farf is just really putting his car into under its pace then as well then, as Farf is wiggling those tires from left to right then, as he is maybe showing with warm up there now. Is there hardly any damp patches out there at all now, is it? So it's definitely a time for the dry tires, just as Gordo said so a couple of minutes ago. 8 seconds left in this qualifying session now before we get into qualifying 2 as well. Now accelerating away then, as Equal saying, nice lap there from Mushroom. Now, it's a very good lap from Mushroom, considering the fact that this is a very green track then. Of course, green track means that the rubber has been washed away from the tarmac there. Of course, Pirelli rubber likes Pirelli rubber there. The more rubber on the circuit there, the Pirelli rubber is going to stick, it's going to get more grip, and the cars are going to like it, isn't it? So that is a very simplified way of saying like that. Young Tommy's asked for the qualifying session to end then, and for the 2 Williams drivers to start 1 and 2. And of course, I wouldn't disagree with that, because that'd be an absolutely that'd be a great grid, wouldn't it? And that, I've got to say, I would like to finish qualifying now, actually, because look at that, that's a magnificent grid, isn't it, really? 2 Williams on pole position, FIFA in 3rd position now, with TK 4th, Slayer 5th, Troy 6th, Curly 7th, Gamer 8th, 9th is Nigel, and 10th position is Baz as well then. Sirius Mushroom coming into the pits then, and I had a horrible feeling then that Mushroom was going to go straight on there. Of course, we had a crash in the pit lane yesterday, if I'm not very much mistaken. As Farf is done now, we've got Muller there saying, good luck, guys. Good stuff indeed. Thank you very much, Muller. There, as Farf is now in the pits then, and that is it. And that's the end of qualifying 1. We already lost our 3 drivers then, which is the 2 Red Bull drivers having a bit of a nightmare season, aren't they? In well, I would say in almost all the categories of ALR, unfortunately. And we've also lost Bradfield, as I think Bradfield will be in qualifying 2. Farf is down in 14th position now, but he was on the wet tyres, wasn't he? So yes, that's in qualifying 1 then, and a bit of a dead rubber that one was, but do not worry about that, folks, because we've had a good old chin wag, haven't we, for qualifying? That's all we need to do. If only that was my real pace. I laugh out loud there from Sirius Mushroom. Well, Sirius Mushroom now, I think that I wonder if Sirius Mushroom might have something in his locker then for qualifying 2. Let's just confirm who's out qualifying this qualifying 1 session. And there are the 3 drivers then. It's not highlighted then. It's Wilson, Murphy, and Bradfield all out qualifying. Murphy did a great service then for the AlphaTauri team last week in the Japanese Grand Prix. What a performance there for Murphy. That was his first podium of the season then for Murphy. A brilliant stuff indeed. And of course, in the first 2 races driven for Red Bull though, back in the Italian and the Russian Grand Prix, he didn't score any points for the Red Bull team. So hopefully Murphy can put that wrong and right here tonight and get some points on the board for the Red Bull team. That is very much what it has to be on the agenda then as we go into qualifying 2. And we are in qualifying 2 now. Goodness me, that was quick, wasn't it? Good gosh. Right then, I'm going to get me telemetry up then. So then we've got to lose 4 drivers, and this is the 4 slowest drivers, and it's going to be knocked out of qualifying 2. And the top 10 will go to a final qualifying session, which will be pole position then for the United States Grand Prix. And of course, if you get into the top 10, you must start on the tires, which will set your fastest time on as well. So about 15 seconds into this qualifying session. And I think that if anyone remembers, does anyone remember the 2015 qualifying session? Goodness me, that was a long old session, wasn't it? Where, oh gosh, I remember I was going out, actually. I was going for a night out on the tiles there with my lovely stilettos. But I got to say that back when I used to live in the old Forestino, but I had to go out at 8 because that's when the bus used to come at 8:10, so I had to like sprint down to the bus stop. But the qualifying was, I think qualifying was delayed in the end until the Sunday morning, wasn't it? But my word there, I cut it finally close there, very close indeed. There's Gordo's got the intermediate tires at the moment there, so interesting strategy there for Gordo. Unless he thinks there's going to be more rain coming, we'll find out. But I think that I don't think there's going to be more rain coming because the cloud cover is moving away from the circuit. So just on board with TK. So we have got Dylan saying, hashtag Tommy for president, Mushroom for vice president. Only Justin could crash when he is already through. So yes, that's very unfortunate, isn't it, for Bradfield? I missed that because I think I had a problem with sound, didn't I, on the old microphone. So unfortunately, I did miss that. And so Bradfield out of qualifying, and as he has had a crash then. I got to say, I don't even know where he crashed, to be honest. If someone can enlighten me on that, that'd be good stuff. But I got to say, am I expecting a safety car here? Well, I didn't expect one yesterday, and we got win yesterday. It was a very action-packed gold race, wasn't it? I've got to say, I was absolutely saturated by the end of that one. Oh my word there. I had to change me socks, me pants, and me t-shirt then. I got to say, I look like I've been to the gym by the end of last night. I would like to say, I hope that's not going to be the case tonight, but if it is, that usually means it's an exciting Grand Prix, and I just got to live with it, really, don't I? TK then is on the soft tires. Ayrton just behind us on the medium tires, and Ayrton with that Grand Prix win, the Italian Grand Prix. I think that is definitely the highlight of his season. Unfortunately for Ayrton, he's only 5 points in front of his teammate, and of course, and that is also the battle for the relegation spots as well. If they are on the same number of points by the end of the season, then they will have to, and of course it goes on count back by the number of wins there. And at the moment, Baz hasn't got a win, whilst Ayrton has then, so that will keep him up then. Coming out of turn 9, he crashed there for Bradfield. Oh dear, that is that's not very good, is it? That's not very good at all, is it? And for the McLaren driver as well. McLaren, of course, another team. I got to say, McLaren have looked so strong throughout the season. I cannot believe that the McLaren team are down in 9th position in the constructors. I just find it really hard to fathom, to be fair, because Bradfield and Curley have got so much pace, haven't they? That especially in qualifying trim, it just seems to come unravelled during the race, doesn't it? Bradfield on 51 points, Curley on 61 points. Both those drivers potentially could and should have a lot more points than that. They don't really, which is a bit unfortunate, isn't it, for both those drivers? But I think that hopefully they can put that behind them and get the McLaren in as high as possible. But they're 20 points behind the next place team at the moment, which is the Red Bull team. I was saying that they was on a bad season, but yeah, I think McLaren are also on a very difficult season, aren't they? So Red Bull are only 12 points behind the Williams team now, as Williams has dropped down into 7th position there. I think Haas are on a very strong season. I think both Billet and Gordo especially has been magnificent, hasn't he? I think the Gordo, my driver of the season in gold has been Carboy. I think my driver in the season for silver is I gotta say, it's Gordo. He's been absolutely magnificent this season. He really has indeed. TK has gone fast, and I'll talk about that in just a minute then, because over the line comes TK. Here comes Ayrton. He's at a 32.5 to start us off and start a roller coaster right then, as we've got FIFA coming into the pits, and he's abandoned that time. Tommy is out on that circle as well, so we've got 2 outlaps at the moment, and I wonder if Ayrton's going for a second bite of the cherry. TK isn't nowhere to Ayrton either. Yeah, going back then to the conversation we were just having a minute ago. Yeah, I think that Gordo's my driver this season. He's been absolutely magnificent, and he's only 3 points behind a BP in 5th position. And so Gordo's been magnificent, and him and the Haas team especially magnificent tonight. And the Haas team are in their home Grand Prix tonight as well, of course. So yes, the Haas team will be hoping for a good result tonight. Albeit I think they've only got 1 driver, haven't they, in this event? And so it looks like Gordo will be flying the flag then for the Haas team tonight, with Billet not involved, unfortunately. But Billet, I think, has had 2 outstanding Grand Prix at the Monaco Grand Prix. I think with the other race there, I thought, wow, which I really stood up and paid attention for, was definitely the Singapore Grand Prix as well. 2 very impressive Grand Prix there for the Haas drivers. So very good stuff, man. We're just watching Ayrton, who's on a outlap for a moment, and young Tommy is just about to start up, and so is Serious Mushroom as well. Gordo saying, I never knew the mediums were 1.3 seconds slower than the softs, and it's quite a big old delta here, isn't it? As I look at that, like, Serious Motion have taken so much of the outside curve there. As long as all four wheels are not over the other side of the line, then you are still within boundaries of the track limit. We've had a lot of track limit discussions over the course of Formula One, the real world of Formula One there, where Verstappen has lost a fast lap and a pole position lap, hasn't he, so far in only 4 seasons, plus a couple of other transgressions as well, like in Bahrain, overtaking Hamilton off the circuit. So it's good. That's going to be that is going to be just as crucial as it is here tonight in the United States. So we've got to make sure you stay within the confines of the track as well. As I'm accelerating away and coming down the hill as well. Excuse me. Oh God, I got a frog in my throat then as I was squeaking there. Patel saying, good night to everyone here from India. Welcome, Patel, and I'm glad that you're on the stream then. I think, India's a couple of hours in front of us, aren't they? So I think India's about 10 o'clock now, isn't it? I think, compared to over in the UK, which is 8 o'clock. So yes, Patel is just, wishing us good luck as well. And good stuff indeed there for Patel, good stuff. Just watching Serious Mushroom, who is on the medium tire, said, we've seen Ayrton go on the medium tire as well, and we got young Tommy just behind his teammate then. Here comes Mushroom, and he is sixth of the World Championship. He finished third last season, didn't he, Serious Mushroom? I think that overall this season then, I think that Serious Mushroom's had a very good season this season. What about young Tommy coming across the line? Young Tommy there is really showing his teeth there in the last 3 Grand Prix. He has been magnificent. He has been very unlucky though in the last 3 Grand Prix, hasn't he? The last 2 Grand Prix, and I'm hoping that he has no untoward issues there tonight, and he can get himself out of the relegation zone now for young Tommy, and we'll find out if he can do then. As well as he's going through the SSN. Malnado's just starting her lap as well. We're on board with the Renault driver then. As now just going through the SSN. Let's see what she can do now as well. Oh, the championship playoffs are tonight as well. Good stuff indeed there. As I'm just trying to get rid of my Sky Sports app notifications there. I must admit, I didn't actually see who was playing tonight then as well, but I would definitely be very interested to see who's playing. So would Malnado as well, of course, there. I think she would like to see good old Swansea back in the Premier League, wouldn't she? Or I don't think Cardiff are going to be, because I think Cardiff have not had a very good season, have they, really? I got to say, I had a soft spot for Swansea when I was in the Premier League before. Really liked the way they played as well. I think that it wasn't Michu who was quality, wasn't he, in his first season for Swansea, magnificent. And I think Bonnet as well. Wow, he was a powerhouse, wasn't he? Great stuff indeed. He was also a beast on FIFA as well. I think it was FIFA 17 or 18, perhaps. I'm just showing my age now. Goodness me. Good job on Ginger. Otherwise, you'd all think that I'm about 50 years old then, because luckily gingers don't get grey hair. I think we get white hair or something like that. That is that's the random fact of the day, and I don't think that's a fact at all. I think that's just me making up as I go along. Here comes Malnado then. She is not making anything up then. Of course, she has definitely been putting in her paces, I think, then for the United States Grand Prix. She is 10th for the World Championship. She's got a lot to offer in terms of the championship for the Renault team tonight. She goes third fast. Renault cannot win the constructors tonight, but however, they can make a huge step. FIFA Beefy is abandoning his time and come back into the pits then. Farfus in the garage then. Here comes Gordo out of the final turn, and this is turn 20 that accelerates away. 2 DRSs around the circuit. Gordo goes for 5th fast at the moment. Ayrton has peaked onto the circuit, but he's invalidated his time now. So is Curly as well, unfortunately. So is Baz there. So Baz there is also put himself very much in the danger zone there. Excuse me, sorry, I had a bit of trap wind in my chest there. Oh my goodness me. And that's what I get for drinking a lot of drinking the always Coca-Cola before I get onto the stream. I got to switch to the old squash, don't I, really? I got to say, I'm really loving this black currant and apple at the moment. Absolutely beautiful stuff indeed. I would never thought I'd ever say that I'd like apple. I got to say, fruit is, I'm allergic to fruit then. Oh gosh, goodness me, it makes me feel ill. Oh my word there. We've got Troy coming down the back straight. Car 70, here he is, the world champion of silver. A magnificent season for him, Troy. Let's sing his praises, shall we, whilst he's on a lap around the United States. 8 Grand Prix wins, 4 pole positions there, 11 podiums, 7 fastest laps. He's had no DNF saves. I think he's only had 2 Grand Prix where he hasn't finished in the points. He's only had 1 draw today, which is an absolute criminal. It's very criminal as well, isn't it, for Troy? He's only not finishing the points twice this season is absolutely magnificent, this man is. And I gotta say, doesn't he feel like a silver version of Emerson there? He's absolutely magnificent, isn't he? A very early version of Emerson as well, because Emerson was a great race driver, but he wasn't a very good qualifier. That is something he's really applied to his arsenal as of the latter years in his ALR career, hasn't he? So good stuff indeed there. Here is the first ever ALR world champion, which is Nigel, and he was formidable in the 2018 game, and he is fit fast at the moment. He could potentially be going back up to gold next season. I would love to see two champions back in gold then. I think that that's what I would love to see Nigel back in gold then. Gamer going full fast as well. He started off the season with a bang, didn't he? Gamer did with 4 Grand Prix win to his name then. Good stuff indeed as he is up into full position now. Good stuff. We got Baz who's going for another lap. He's invalidated again, Baz. I think that's his second time round for Baz, so he's put himself into a bit of difficulty now. The car 72 Baz is Alpha Tower there, who needs some points then quite desperately, don't they, if they want to get themselves off the bottom then. And we'll see then. Dylan saying great time there from Troy on the medium tyre. It said that's a cracking time, isn't it, from Troy there? I was singing his praise there, and I didn't even talk about his lap time. Well, that's the kind of journalism you get with me, isn't it? Journalism is a bit of a strong word, I've got to say. I think I'm just a bit of a voiceover man, really, aren't I? We got Bradfield coming in the pits then, as he is hoping for Bradfield in the pits. Well, he is in the pits, so he's out qualified, unfortunately. But Bradfield in the comments there, as yes, sir, he is not feeling too confident with his with his performance there. We have got to. We have just gone through these well then. We have Becca saying, Dylan saying even Becca helped in that down the straight there. Yeah, she did give Troy a cheeky little slipstream there, didn't she, down the back straight. We got a Ferrari there of figures Nigel just recurring back to the pits then. Gamer is just come back to the pits as well in the Mercedes then. Gamer has not won a Grand Prix, if I'm not very much mistaken, since the early part of the season. I think it was a Dutch Grand Prix, wasn't it? I tell a lie, it was the Hungarian Grand Prix. And I thought that, unfortunately though, since that Hungarian Grand Prix, he's only scored 2 points, albeit he's only raced once since that Hungarian Grand Prix, which is the Italian Grand Prix for Gamer. And so, yes, you can't really take that stat with you've got to take that stat with a pinch of salt then, really, don't you? But yeah, only 2 Grand Prix since that Hungarian Grand Prix win there for Gamer. And unfortunately, that is kind of the Farfare is going over to Nanya there. I think he might need to bring that car back slightly and have another go at that. But let's see if he's abandoning that then. Farfaz there, he went well too wide there, didn't he? And that is a bit unfortunate then. We got Serious Mushroom then, who is just starting this off as well. He's gone to the soft tire, Serious Mushroom man. So has Curly. Curly has started this up now. There he is at the top of the hill, and now he rolls down into turn 1 as well. I've got to get a new mic, haven't I? Because I keep smashing my hand on this. I keep moving my hands when I commentate, and it's really annoying. I wish I could just sit still, but I've got a squeaky chair at work at the moment as well, which I'm annoying a lot of gamers retired from the session now, but he's in the pits. I've got a squeaky chair at work at the moment, and I'm one of those annoying people that just like to make annoying sounds out, so I squeak my chair on purpose. I also like to click my pen as well, so there we go. If you I'm like the annoying little devil there off of what's that old show called? I can't remember. Something of Steel, I think it was, wasn't it? Oh yes, Round Things of Steel. Yes, that's it. But yes, I'm like the very PC version of annoying little devil. Then, unfortunately, I'm Ginger. Going back to the comments as well, we've got Gorda saying my lap was bad. Going to have to start on softs now. Then it's Gorda there. Unfortunately, his medium run then was not great, was it? So he's abandoned that and had to come out on the soft tires. Becca, I may need to say that's not me that's saying the WTF in the comments there. I thought that he was promoted another brand there, Rebecca. We have got Curly coming out of turn 18 now. We've also got Vintage saying oi oi Sean there. Evening all out from Vintage as well. So just watching Curly there into the final turn as well before accelerating away. Let's see what he can do then. As Curly goes across the line, he's a tenth of a second quicker than young Tommy, just under a tenth of a second, I should say. He has gone fastest. I wonder if Gamer is going to be a little concerned about abandoning his time quite early on then, because I think they might be on the back foot here. Gamer might be, because there's a lot of drivers coming out on the soft tires there. As Serious Rusher has gone full fastest. Then we've got a Renault of Welsh Ryan just starting a lap. Sorry, that's a Ferrari behind of Nigel as well. TK on the lap then. FIFA is invalidated this time, and Slayer hasn't, but he's staying on the medium tire. Slayer he ain't gonna have any more time though to get another run then. But Slayer is made it by the skin of his nose cone. I'm not sure if that's enough for Slayer. Gordo's missed the checkered flag. Gordo might be out of qualifying here, and oh my word, though he's currently in the moment. Ayrton's gone through. There's Favre as well, staying on the medium tires. FIFA's invalidated this time, so is Baz as well. There is some big names that's going to be having some tears rolling down their eyes at the end of this one. Nigel is going to be through. No, he isn't. Sorry, it's FIFA Beefy who is unfortunately invalidated this time then. So yeah, his final time run there is, oh my word, there FIFA's in the wall, and that's a shame. And Favre out the final turn. Favre goes into ninth fastest, and so Favre is knocks Gordo out at this stage of proceedings as well. What about TK? TK has gone purple in the second intermediate split time as well. Good stuff indeed there for Gordo. Accelerating then on the out of turn 17. It is 17, isn't it? Now into 18 as well. Look at that as it comes over the crest, the brow of the hill there, and into 19 and 20. Do not go too wide into 19 because that would be a track extension. Nope, it's all fine and dandy there. He keeps within track limits. That's the most important thing. Out of the final turn then, and TK goes fast there. He's already safely through. He carried on his lap then because he wants to start then. It's Maldonado's abandoned her time then. Nigel is staying out though. We've also got to, I think that Nigel there is just he's abandoned his time as well. What about Ayrton? Ayrton hasn't done, because Ayrton is still out of qualifying at the moment. Out of the final turn for Ayrton. Has he done enough? Ayrton has done enough. He is through into qualifying. Number three. Good some deep there for Ayrton. He is through, and a Farfare just about made it through on the medium tires as well. Here's Slayer. He is out of qualifying. Unfortunately, so is Gordo, so is FIFA, and so is Baz as well. Then that is such a shame there for those drivers then. As Patel is saying, I pray for you all. This is so dangerous, and you are taking so many risks putting this on for us with your lives. And of course, it is one of the most dangerous sports in the world, isn't it? Formula One there on the tickets. It used to say, well, I think it still does. The motorsport is dangerous. Yes, we've got the halos. We've got the halos. Of course, now we've got Tech Pro barriers as well. The technology is just an evolution, isn't it? Really, it just keeps on getting better and better. The other thing that's very dangerous about this esport, for example, is someone's rage, or for example my rage as well. I get a very bad temper when it doesn't go my way, so that's a lot of the time. And yes, I gotta say I am I can be very dangerous then. Oh my word there, and I think that the AI is just as dangerous as me, I think. Oh my word. Out of qualifying then is Baz, FIFA, Gordo missed the time there, and Jake the Slayer out of qualifying as well. Into qualifying 3 is Farf, he's on the medium tires, so is Nigel, Ronaldo, Gamer and Troy, all on the medium tires. Ayrton is on the soft tires with Serious Russian, Tommy, Curly and TK. 5 on medium tires, 5 on soft tires. That is perfect. That's what you want on a Grand Prix weekend. Love it. Gordo saying Bournemouth beat Brentford 1-0, I believe. Thank you very much indeed there. That's a shame though, really, because I wanted Brentford to win personally, but there we go. Can't have it all your own way, can you? We got Vince saying Bradfield, we always pray for you. We always pray when you're on track there. Oh goodness me, the banter is very much coming in there. But of course, as already mentioned on the stream, Bradfield is a cracking driver, and unfortunately just doesn't seem to have the rub of the green, does he? He's so quick on one lap pace, so magnificent stuff indeed then. And just taking a look as well. Patal saying, I would like to race her one day. I'm a bit of a noob at this game then. Don't worry, Patal, so am I then. I struggle to find the pit entrance for both circuits. We're into qualifying 3 then. And let's see who's going to be on pole position then for the start of it's going to be on pole position for the United States Grand Prix. As Maldonado has, oh goodness me, as we got a couple of messages just been deleted there. My word then is, who's being a potty mouth in the chat there? Disgraceful behaviour. Absolutely disgraceful indeed then. I shake my head in absolute disgust then. Gordon did make the line there, so he's a bit unhappy with that then. Bradfield there saying, put a thumbs up on the stream, ladies and gentlemen then. And had to let every man and his dog pass then. I gotta say, as much as we do love dogs, but I would say do not bring your dogs onto the track, everyone, because that is against the rules. And, unfortunately for Gordo, he did miss the line there, didn't he? And of course, he's very much stuck in between a rock and a hard place there, because potentially Gordo could have just not let him through them, but then he would have been, he might have been in trouble there with the admin of Silver. He would have been, the book would have been thrown at him there, wouldn't it? Really? But to be honest, if I was Gordo, I would have just blocked him really, just so I could get a lap in. But of course, you didn't hear me say that, apart from 27 of you that were watching there. We've got Tommy saying 12 dislikes again. No, that's not good, is it? Well, I gotta say then, if you dislike the stream, then that I suppose your prerogative, really. But there you go. But if you don't like the stream, it'd be nice for some feedback, of course, and we'll also give it a test as well. It might be me actually. Let's see if there's any dislikes tomorrow night when the two Hilton brothers then are in action and full commentary tomorrow. It'll be Emerson and Ayrton, two Grand Prix winners. We got a double world champion and a race winner, both in the comments box for bronze as well. Of course, if you need some light entertainment, you might want to tune in tomorrow night, because I am going to struggle going around the circuit, and so is my nephew Booty Delights, and so is Sir Dave as well then. So you're going to have three very slow drivers at the back tomorrow then, so good stuff. Anyway, TK is just about to start his lap now then, with 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Bailey Swift, that's nice like Mon. I wonder if Bailey is talking about their Gordo not getting through them perhaps. We just say, look as well, we got Gordo saying, even worse, I've lost my drink. Oh goodness me, that is not good at all, is it? Luckily, I've kept my drink here, but I got professional, because if I get a dry mouth there, I'm not going to take a drink then. So one of the golden rules on streaming is never take a drink when you're live. Well, of course, never drink and stream then, also never drink and drive either. Oh, TK, and never cut corners on the circuit, because that is what is going to happen. It's a track invalidation there from TK, and unfortunately that is it then. Here's a Gamer then, a Grand Prix winner. He's a 5-time Grand Prix winner in silver now, isn't he, Gamer? So he's also been on pole position there 5 times in his career, if I'm not very much mistaken, and he's been on pole position 4 times this season. He was on pole position in the Brazilian Grand Prix last season. He's coming down the back straight, Gamer, he said. Let's see what I can do then. Young Tommy there is saying that Gordo will not have the drink now. Goodness me. I've got to say then, there's a lot of old Kimmy engineer fans out there at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. As just now on board then with onboard gamers, he's just finished off then. Slayer saying, messed up my medium tire lap by 2/10 seconds, not great here, so take P11 then. Theo saying, hello, how is everyone then? Hello Theo, I'm very good, thank you. How are you, my good sir? Of course, it's great to have Theo in the comments. Theo will be in action tomorrow night then. I would love to see Theo's car, but I don't think I will be tomorrow night. Gamer coming around the final turn then, in 5th car, 59 then, out of the final turn then, and Gamer goes pole position at the moment on a 30.3 then. That's a great time to start us off there. What about Curdy? Out of the final turn as well for Curdy then. Going on the curb there. He is second fastest mode there. A couple of tenths of a second away. Far from an outlap mode and far from the next car through. What about young Tommy? He's invalidated this time. What about his teammate Serious Mushroom? He is still on course. Serious Mushroom is there. Loving it at the moment there. And now he's coming up into turn 19 and at 20 as well. Serious Mushroom then into the final turn then. I have punched myself in the face. I need to stop moving my hands out. Serious Mushroom goes across the line. He is third fastest out, 3/10 of a second away at the moment. What about the two Renault drivers? Welshman has invalidated her time there, so that's not good there. Troy, goodness me, that back end is drifting. Absolute sweep there, isn't it, from car 17. Here he is, the champion. And now the final turn. Troy is on pole position now. It's his 5th pole position of the season thus far, but he's got a lot of work to do. Young Tommy is quite quick around here at the moment. He's quicker than a hiccup, so he's got to find some time. He's invalidated his time. Martin is also invalidated as well. Nigel's on an outlap at the moment. Ayrton is also invalidated. There's a lot of invalidations out there, so really that is not good at all. Martin has come back into the pits very early on then, so that's not very good there. Slayer saying that's what a wonderful man then. Patel asking why so many dislikes then. I'm not sure. I think it's probably because of my Forrester voice being so gruff there, perhaps said, or it might be just because the fact that they probably just don't like me. That's a shame then. But as long as you like ALR, that's all that matters. Oh goodness, we got yellow flags there in the just in front of Far for the runner, but I think that they should be out of Far's way. Then we've got an update from Gordo. He has found his drink. Then good stuff indeed. There one about an update from Far as well into the final turn, and his qualifying session didn't start off too well, but this is much better now as the sun is beginning to set here in the United United States, and he is third fastest there, and 800 a second in front of Curly there. My goodness me, you can't get any closer to that. If you lined up side by side, you would not be able to see who is in front, and that's how close they are. It's magnificent. Young Tommy there is just to finish off with some side. The two Williams drivers are magnificent around here. This could be a major points score, a payday for the Williams team. That is what we want to see, isn't it? And here's young Tommy then keeping a lot of distance on the outside of turn 18 then into 19. Very good stuff indeed. Final turn as well, and let's see what we can do. Final time then, and accelerates away, and Tommy goes third fastest. My goodness me, young Tommy is looking on fine vessel at the moment, isn't he? That's magnificent for young Tommy. That is third on the grid there, and it is going to be hashtag Tommy for president going everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, whatever it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Can you hashtag on TikTok? I'm not too sure, but yes, there'll be hashtags galore at the end of this one. Young Tommy is on the second row of the grid. He is third fastest moment for the Ferrari here for the Williams. Here's the Ferrari and Nigel. He is third on the He is third in the World Championship at the moment, and no new potato here tonight then either, which means that Nigel has got a good opportunity there to solidify that third. He ain't gonna be able to confirm it tonight though, is he? But he might be able to get himself closer there to Mexico. He's gone third fast there. This places young Tommy by a tenth of a second. TK coming down the back straight as well. We have got Gordon saying, "I love Mexico. I am really just waiting for it." Then I got, of course, I must say, I don't really like Mexico either, to be fair. I don't like the S's, I just can't get them right. I think it's just my setup really, but I do, to be fair, I just kind of borrow anyone's setup for Mexico, because it doesn't matter what setup I use, I'm just so uncomfortable around there. And it's the same with this one as well. You can hear that it sounds like I just don't like fast S's, do I really? Because I don't like the beginning. I didn't like Japan, I don't like this one either. I do enjoy driving around Japan. I think it's an absolutely wonderful circuit. I'm just not very good at it. Into the final turn as well, and let's see then what TK can do then. He is just this is his first time, I believe. It's DRS wide open. TK goes second fastest. My word, these times are hot, aren't they? Gamers just said, damn, Troy is fast about it. Troy really is, isn't he? He's in the 29.8. Magnificent stuff indeed there. I would like to fact check that from last night there, but unfortunately I got a brain of a sieve there. I can't remember what I did about an hour ago. What did I do about an hour ago? I think I was actually getting ready to stream. So yeah, that's about it really. I think I was also having a delightful I was having some chicken bites actually. Nigel coming into the pits then, so he's done a very good starter time then. TK is on the front row of the grid. The Maldonado on that moment. I think Maldonado is going to be the first driver then to start her time. I tell a lie, it's Curly who's going to start his time first then, and coming out now then. And here we go then. And just taking a quick look as well. So we got Gora saying, is it on or no then? So I think he's asking about the drink then, isn't he? I think it's unfortunately for Gordo. He's got a lot of engineers there in the comments, hasn't he? So I think he's confused about is he having the drink or not. Curly's going to be having a drink at the moment if he keeps at this pace. That great first sector there, coming over the brow of the hill now before dropping down and to complete the first sector time as well. Good stuff indeed then. Now into the down into second gear, accelerates away. Look at this, and this long straight, and you will see on the right hand side that there'll be RVs galore, and you can smell the brisket, the bacon, the beef, everything there on the right hand side. As the barbecues are going to be very much on full power now. Curly's not interested in any barbecue at the moment there. All he's concerned about is getting this McLaren across the line and as high up the grid as possible in that lovely beautiful pink and a black helmet there. Good stuff indeed there. I think that is the colours of his SOP racing company there. So good stuff indeed there for Curly then. But that's a lovely helmet, by the way. Into 19 as well. Now into 20 as well. Right over the curbs then, out of the final turn then. Let's see what Curly could do then. Accelerates away. He is done. And he is fifth fastest then. Good stuff indeed then. We got Sarah's Mushroom then, 3 times a second up there. Martin's invalidated time. She's going to have one more shot then. Let's see what she can do then. But first, let's see what Mushroom can do. He's got another shot as well if he wants, but has he got enough fuel? Doesn't look like it. Sarah's Mushroom goes 7 fastest there. He cannot match his teammate there, and it's only 3/10 of a second there. But look at the gap in terms of the positions there. We got Gamer, Curly, and Nigel in between there. That is how close this silver grid is. That's magnificent, isn't it? Sarah's Mushroom's only 3/10 of a second away from his teammate, yet he's 4 positions behind the young man. Oh, incredible is this. Now Maldonado, and this is it, all or nothing now for Maldonado. Curly is done and dusted as well. He was getting very pinchy and punchy down there in turn 10 there. My goodness me. Now let's see what Maldonado can do there as well. So as you she is coming through the S as well, then going over the brow of the hill now, dropping down there, making sure that you don't lose your tummy down there. I always lose my tummy down there, and I'm not even in the car properly. Maldonado then into, look at that big braking point as well, accelerating away on the left-hand side there. That's a car who's cruising back in. I hope that car is finished. I think it is Mushroom. It is indeed. Tommy is done and dusted then for this qualifying session, but he is currently on the second row of the grid then. There is Ayrton on an outlap with only 40 seconds to go there, Ayrton. It's goodness me, he's going to have to be quite quick then, the final sector then. Otherwise he could be he's not going to be able to set a time then. Maldonado then is still gone, she's still gone green on this lap then. It's okay at the moment then. Accelerating away. There's now, let's see then what Maldonado can do. 20 seconds to go then. The timer is against Ayrton at the moment. It's also against Nigel and TK as well. Ayrton, I think, is the final car on the circuit. Maldonado into the final turn as well. Out of it then for car 95 then. Let's see what this is going to do for a time. She is 7 fastest. Maldonado is on the 4th row of the grid. Sharon out with Serious Mushroom then. Far down the back straight. Ayrton has done it by the skin of his nose. Tony is through. Now can he get a time on the board? 007 there. Troy's got a license to throw in the first sector. Magnificent stuff indeed. We got Farf down the back straight, and he's 8700 a second up on his previous best. And my word, then that is very close indeed. Oh gosh, yellow flag in sector 1 then. I think it is one of the Renaults then cruising. I don't think it's Troy. I think Troy is blasting down the back straight. He is blasting down the back straight, and Troy is carrying on pole position moment. And what can Farf do? He's found 0.2 of a second. He might be squeezing in between Maldonado and Serious Mushroom, which is row 4 at the moment. Let's see then, or is he going to have a bonsai of a final sector as well? Here comes Farf out of the final turn then. Oh my goodness me, he's off the circuit. Second fastest ever for Farf. He's found half a second there. Wow. Impressive indeed. Troy is 16,700 a second up in the second time. Oh my word there. He is going quicker. This man's like a freight train. Out of the final turn then for Troy. And this is a no. He's a 29.6. My goodness me, the man's like human. Here comes Gamer. Oh, Gamer's into second position. What a great last gasp for that. Nigel's made himself with the 4th position as well. These times are thick and fast, and they're tumbling like a fruit machine. TK 4 times second up. He's invalidated this time. TK has. Oh, what a shame then. And now Ayrton then is last, but by no means least then. Out of final turn then. And Ayrton comes across the line. He is 10th fast in the end. A whisker behind Serious Mushroom. 1 then to qualifying. But it's Troy. Pole position there for the 5th time this season, and magnificent stuff from Troy. Oh my word there. And I remember his first race in the ALR, which is at the Dutch Grand Prix for bronze, I think it was, where he turned up, he put it on pole position there, and yes, we knew he was a special talent when we first seen him, but my word there, he is showing that he's more than a special talent. He's a phenomenal talent, this man is. He's the champion of silver, and now he's on pole position for the United States Grand Prix and gunning for the double end for the Renault team, and that's his 5th pole position of his career as well. Magnificent stuff indeed there from Troy. Brilliant stuff. Oh wow, well done indeed there. Ooh. But anyway, Gamer saying 3/10, that's a joke then. Gamer had a magnificent second time though, didn't he? Because he got himself right into 29th there, mustering up a lot of performance in the final part of the qualifying there. But Troy, they just extended his lead. Gamer there, it's good to see Troy and Gamer on the front row. I'm loving that then. This is going to be good. Really good stuff indeed there. Gordo's asking about strategy. Goodness me then. I would say mediums to softs or softs to mediums. I'm not sure, to be honest. I was hoping that someone would tell me. As we've just got Vintage saying Tommy for podium now, or is that young Tommy saying don't jinx it there, Vintage. Good stuff indeed there. Just in my time, it is actually pretty good there for young Tommy. More than good then. It was phenomenal stuff indeed then. Really good stuff, and it's yes, I'll try to catch up with the comments there, but I think I'm going to have to just move on it. Right then, yeah, so now then, let's see what we can do then. Bailey saying he's a champ for a reason. We're a lovely checker flag emoji. I love these emojis. Keep them coming in, guys. So I get very excited when I see an emoji or free. We've got young Tommy saying thanks, mate, as well. Then with the is that a prayer or is that a high five? A lovely blue heart as well. Curly for podium time as well there from Blatant Rage. Good stuff indeed. Keep your comments coming in, and I'll try and get me towel there because I'm about to throw in the white towel in a minute because I am perspirating again. I hate the summer. Right then, we're in it's even summer, is it? I think it's springtime, isn't it? Look at that lovely scenery here in the United States Grand Prix there. Right, so here we go then. This is it. That's what we've all been waiting for now. I love qualifying, but the racing is definitely my flavour of spice then. 17 cars then, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately then because of course we do love to have a 20-car grid, but 17 nonetheless. There's 17 of the most talented drivers you'll see on YouTube in this day in history, potentially in all your lifetime as well. It's certainly my case, it definitely is there. I'd say very talented drivers indeed, absolutely phenomenal stuff out for everyone in ALR who's a full-time driver or reserve are phenomenal drivers, so good stuff indeed there. And it's very hard to do as well, actually. I must say, I'm struggling driving in ALR in bronze because it's just too much for me, too much. Young Tommy saying, pray, mate, I need it if I want to stay in silver then. Well, at the moment, he's definitely, young Tommy's not done any harm to his chances whatsoever. Serge saying good luck all, and we've also got Gordo saying good luck everyone as well. I'm sure they do mean it, but at the same time, they probably don't mind if they have a smash or two, if they have a drive, a smash or two then, because that would help them, I think, benefit them in the race itself. Of course, they are not thinking that then because, of course, they're nice gentlemen. I'm not a nice gentleman. But anyway, here we go then for the start of the formation lap then. 28 laps in around the United States Grand Prix here in Austin, Texas. This is the music capital of the world. Soft tires for 5 drivers. Everyone else is on the medium tires here tonight then. So everyone has gone for medium, which is good stuff indeed. Then that's going to open up their strategies then later on the Grand Prix. Potentially, we had a safety car around about the pit window last night, didn't we? Are we going to get the same here tonight? We're going to have to find out. 17 cars, Red Bulls at the back there. We got Gordo in 12th position. He is the part of the home team heroes here tonight. Then for Gordo, Austin is going to be cheering Gordo from pillar to post here tonight, aren't they? Troy there is aim for Troy Maldonado is to try and get Renault in a position to win the constructors in a week's time in the Mexican Grand Prix, which is the same venue where the Haas team won last season. Remember, it's a 1-2 as well for Liam, and for German, wasn't it? Which is a brilliant, and we had an incredible shot, didn't we, to see both Haas cars down the main straight going at side by side as a formation finish there, and of course that image is going to live long in the memory of everyone, isn't it? Right then, here we go then. So, Troy on pole position for the 5th time in his career. Gamers alongside him on the front row. This is where we want to see the 2 silver protagonists who have had a great battle most of the season. Unfortunately, been robbed lately of it there with a Gamer only scoring 2 points. This is Hungarian Grand Prix back in round 13. Farf in 3rd position. Farf is really putting himself in the mix now, hasn't he, for potentially stealing that 3rd position there. But Nigel's not going to be happy about that there. He's in 4th position. Well, now Nigel is. TK in 5th where he validated his final time. Otherwise, he potentially would have been up there as well. But he's in 5th position on the soft tires. He's going to be quick going into turn 1, I feel. And turn 1 is quite wide as well. Remember what Pease did to Emerson last night there, which I feel is going in position to win the race there. Curly in 7th position on the soft tires as well. Maldonado in 8th position on the medium tires. So she's going to have to really think about the fending there with Sirius Mushroom in 9th fed. And Ayrton is inside Mushroom. Goodness me, in 10th position there. Slayer in on the medium tires there. But you have a brand new spanking pair of quadret of medium tires there. Gordo in 12th position. FIFA's in 13th. I've got to hurry up. 14th is Baz there. His first start there since the Italian Grand Prix. 15th is Bradfield. Unfortunately, he came to a smashing end in qualifying 1. Murphy in 16th there. He needs to, can he replicate his performance from Japan there to get Red Bull back in the constructors fight? And Wilson in 70th position as well. Lovely shot for the nose cone here of Troy then. And now then the lights are coming on then. And And the lights are on then, and we are going the United States in its lights out, and it's go, go, go. Then a good bit of wheel spin there from Troy, and look at TK, he is flying through that, and he is up in too far for this. There's a Ferrari cut up the inside there, as a Farfus gone in deep on the outside. Oh, and look at that there, as TK is giving Farfus a big punch, and they've all gone off there. Farfus gone off into TK, and Farfus got some major issues there. Oh, goodness me. And Wilson now is still in 70 position. Farfus right down the order, Bass is down into 30 minutes, and now TK and Farfus come the blows. TK's amazing start there has come to nothing already, and Ayrton is flying past there because Slayer's dropping on the order. Slayer's got some issues there as he damaged the car. Look, Troy leads Gamers in second position. Now Ayrton is now dropped down behind Gordo. Look, there is Gordo as well. There's almost three abreast there coming down to this turn 9 and 10. There's Baz on a sniff on the inside, but Murphy there is just accelerating on the outside as well as we're coming down the back straight there. Murphy is all over the back now. Farfus got some damage on the old on the nose cone as well there for the Racing Point team. That's not good for Racing Point, is it? And look at this head. It's oh my goodness me, there's cars all over the show here. Oh, Slayer's having a look. Oh my goodness me, he's knocked the ball on right over. FIFA is having a good look up the inside as well. But look at this, there's Ayrton is all over the back then of that Haas car. He's on the soft tires. It needs to make hay whilst the sun is shining, and it's not shining at the moment here in a very gloomy United States Grand Prix. Then Nigel dropping down one position. Curly has made up 3 positions. Young Tommy also on the podium as well for the Williams team. Good stuff indeed there for young Tommy. Biggest movers and Gordo at 5 positions there. 4 positions for Murphy as well. Great stuff. TK and Farf cutting the blows out. I'm not sure if TK's got damage. I know Farf has. As young Tommy leads the Grand Prix. I don't think he does that, but oh goodness me, young Tommy is going on the outside. Then he's having a look there. There's a ghosting there's a ghosting gamer here, and he's going to go for the switchback as well. Far from the pits, and TK is trying to come back through the field now. It's the tower is trying to jump all over the show, isn't it? And I'm trying to look for Curly at the moment, and there he is. Curly there, run boy with Curly now. Young Tommy is not first. Ignore that for the minute, but we'll love to see him first, won't we? At the moment, though, he's gone a bit wide there as well. This is crucial in his battle to stay in silver at the moment, isn't it? Very crucial indeed. As I look at this, as we're all over the battle, and Farf is not leading the Grand Prix either. Then, so ignore the time and tower for the minute. Always Curly's on a look on the inside. He's a very aggressive, very assertive driver, isn't he? Curly is, and he has not got DRS just yet. And DRS will be enabled at the end of the this lap. Then there is Troy. He's almost out of DRS range already, because I think that we've got Gamer who's going to be lovely shot here from Curly's rear. Goodness me, fantastic there from Curly as he is showing off the Mercedes McLaren bodywork, I should say. Tommy there all over the back of Gamer, and there's Gamer strong at this stage of proceedings then, isn't he? And let's go to the tyre strategy as well. And so Farf has gone the medium tyres. Had Farf is 7 seconds from the back of the field at the moment. Murphy is up in the 12th position. Ayrton is still in 8th then on the soft rubber then. So Ayrton now needs as many points as well, especially young Tommy currently in 3rd position. Baz there is currently 18th in the World Championship, 5 points behind his teammate. And young Tommy is pushing at the moment. He is going to have DRS this time around then. So is Curly as well. The soft shod runners there are very quick at the moment, aren't they? Oh, we come across the line as well. Troy is at the fast lap of the race said on lap 3 down on the 35.9, and Troy has been is the world championship is the world champion, is he? Of course he cannot be overthrown now. He is the world champion of silver. Great stuff indeed. Then Renault have had a fantastic season in gold and silver. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Murphy has just got past Slayer, or has he? Then Caceres got in deep there and he's trying to go on the inside there. Murphy, is he going to stick his nose cone in there? No, he isn't there. Oh, he is going to. Murphy is, my goodness me, there's an Alfa Romeo TK also trying to get involved as well. And look at that, then his TK's on the soft tires. That TK is trying to get himself back through the field then after him and Farf came to blows then on the opening couple of laps. It was a bit disappointing there for TK, wasn't it? And unfortunately, I'm not going to lay the blame on anyone, because I've got to say, luckily, I don't have to do that job then, which is goodness me. Yeah, it did look. I think it did look a bit awkward there, didn't it? Of course, that's the problem with turn 1. It is so open, isn't it? Where sometimes you can run out of room, can you? We got a double DRS then for TK. Then he's trying to come back from the field. Then TK has gone out of the slipstream now. I wonder if his car is overheating slightly, because that's very unusual for TK. Now he would like to stay in the slipstream now to get more of a drafting effect there, which of course in America, which is definitely what the Americans like to hear, isn't it? A bit of drafting. But yeah, I think he would like to a bit more of a slipstream effect, but he doesn't need that. He's got on the inside. There's a pinch point here, and great avoidance there from Murphy. There, Murphy was not giving up there. TK slowed the car down. It was controlled, which is what we like to see, is there for TK. Very much opportunistic, but unfortunately, that did not get him. Did not get him through. Young Tommy then still stuck behind Gamer at the moment then, but Gamer is on the medium tires and he is repelling the attack of Young Tommy to go up into turn one there. Young Tommy there still 2 tenths a second back at the moment. I'm just really intrigued in this battle here for third. Oh my goodness me, and look to Murphy's up the inside, passes Slayer, and now he is up into 11th position now. TK is also in prime position as well. He's on the softer tire end, which means he might have more acceleration, but that's not going to be the case there because Slayer has really parked his car in a beautiful spot. Murphy's gone wide and Slayer's back on the outside then. There he is, and oh goodness me, we had a rubbish camera shot there, but Slayer is back on the outside. He took it and Murphy's back into 12th position now. Good stuff indeed there. And look at this, come on the crest of the hill then. Murphy is losing a lot of time behind Slayer. Slayer is really costing Murphy a hand over fist here now, isn't he? But of course there is no blue flags out. Look at TK, he's up the inside. This is great racing there between Murphy, Slayer and TK. Magnificent stuff, man. And DRS as we're coming down the back straight. Young Tommy is very close to the back of Gamer. He's on the side alongside Gamer and he's on the inside. Oh my goodness me. And look at this, and Young Tommy has sived his way through then, and Gamer has dropped down second position, but Gamer coming back at him. He's having a look there, and we got Slayer who's dropped down the order. Oh, contact there between Gamer and Young Tommy there, and Gamer there is sneaking up the inside as well, and it's there crisscrossing, and my goodness me, TK and Slayer are also fighting as well. Oh, and I gotta say, well, Gamer's got a 3-second penalty. It's the first driver to get a 3-second penalty at this stage of proceedings. That is not good, is it, for Gamer's point of view. Going back to that battle between Murphy, TK, and Slayer. Slayer's dropped down to 13th now, unfortunately, but unfortunately for him, but it's unfortunate that we had 2 battles in a row there, and I wasn't sure which way to go on. We did see Gamer and Tommy getting a bit too close there, but because of that battle, they have completely dropped out of the battle between, the DRS zone now, aren't they? So Young Tommy's going to have to call that back in. He is on the soft tires, of course, so Young Tommy is there, so that might be a crucial part in this race then. Ayrton's in 8th position now with Sirius Mercer in 9th, but Sirius Mercer is now starting to put the squeeze on Ayrton. Curly is putting the squeeze on Gamer as well, with Nigel not too close either. Nigel's showing some real good pace at this moment in time. Curly having a sniff on the inside. No dice just yet then, as we are into the hairpin before accelerating away. Troy is now gaining another 10th of a second on the first intermediate sector alone now. So one of the soft tires are starting to go off at this stage of proceedings. It is not a hot day out there, is it? So the tires may not take as much as a battering as they did last night. Remember, it was a very hot day last night and wasn't very much barbecue weather. Tonight then, I've got to say, I think you might have put on a jacket all three. TK's got past back Murphy as well. This is a great battle, isn't it, between Murphy and that's Baz up the inside as well. Baz and old Slayer and Baz are fighting for all this worth. And look, oh no, and Slayer's been spun there. And trying to go on the inside there. Slayer has dropped down the order. Now McLaren has also gone through as well. As Slayer has dropped right down into 16th position there. Unfortunately then as unfortunately he came off worse for wear, didn't he? Troy leads that as Young Tommy in 2nd position. Gamer in 3rd then. Curly and Nigel in 4th and 5th position. Murphy's got a penalty as well. I'm surprised to see Murphy and Gamer getting penalties at this stage of proceedings. And TK set the fast on the racer, showing that he has the pace here in this race. Farf is currently half a minute off of the back of the field at the moment there for Farf. What a shame then, because Farf is looking strong qualifying now, but unfortunately him and TK came to blows, and that is the major talking point of the race so far. So that's the only highlight of the race so far in terms of controversy anyway. Not in terms of the action though. My goodness me. It's been absolutely magnificent stuff, hasn't it? Between these drivers then. We have now got back on board with Curly then. So we've got a couple of Curly fans in the comments as well. Great stuff indeed. Show the love there for Curly. So we're on board the McLaren driver as well. He is in 4th position there, Curly. Having a strong performance, isn't he? Curly is, and hopefully he can get some points on the board and get himself back into the top 10 of the World Championship. Ayrton and Sirius Mercer, and we've got Gordo as well. Very much Lionel Stern, and we'll say Lionel Stern now. Ayrton's is quite a quick customer, isn't he, coming down this back straight. There is some FIFA in the background now on the medium tires as well. So so at the moment, FIFA is now starting to really put the squeeze on it. Sirius Mercer and Ayrton and Gordo, because and Wash Maldonado as well, because Maldonado is the cork in this bottle at the moment, isn't she? She is 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds away from Nigel there, which doesn't sound like a lot in Formula 1 terms, does it? But I've got to say though, it just shows the dirty air effect as well. Sirius Mercer's all over the back of Ayrton at the moment as we come through turn at 90, 18 and 90 there as well. And I think I remember, we had a big old smash last year, didn't we, between Murphy and against someone else around that corner. I can't remember who it was then, but it was a humongous smash, wasn't it? Sarah's got a 3-second penalty, dropping down the order. He's down to 16th position. To come across the line again, and Ayrton looking very, Ayrton and Sirius Merchant looking very competitive at the moment. I think FIFA Beefy is also looking very, very impressive indeed. And great stuff. And young Tommy is still outside of the DRS at the moment, but young Tommy at the moment is the driver of the day for me. He's having an absolutely, he's standing up in the seat of that car at the moment. Gordo's got a 3-second penalty. It's about a lack of penalties, and I think that this is going to be a crucial part of this, a crucial part of strategy in this Grand Prix here in the United States as well. And look at this train of cars that, which it looks like we've got a big old DRS train at the moment because no one is moving up and down, and there's no progress in this train at the moment. We're on lap 7 out of 28, so we've got a long way to go. Then we're not even at half distance yet. When so the undercut then will come into effect. Then they're probably already in effect, isn't it? But I think it's too early then to come into the pit just yet. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. TK is trying to get himself back through the field. Then Maldonado has just dropped behind Gordo. Then Gordo has now got passing up into 6th position. Now Maldonado dropping down to 7th in the Renault car at the moment. So Gordo, that is a crucial part of this race. And Nigel is pushing Curly around turn 7 at the moment. Nigel is, and you can see the blue haze coming out of that Ferrari. It's quite a trademark of these hybrid powered cars. Nigel is now into turn at 90 there. You can see that the red lights flash there. He had a bit of harvesting going on there. TK is also very much right the exhaust pipe of FIFA Beefy as well. My goodness me, there is so many close calls there. As you can see, we've got that very much signature corner going on. Someone look how steep it is as well. Not Curly Red is going to defend them, but Nigel's already on the inside. Lovely shot from the nose cone. He's up the inside there. Can he slow the car down? He can, but Curly just goes on the outside, does on the outside. He's back into fourth position there. And look, Sirius Rush has dropped down here as well because FIFA has gone up into 9th position. Passes Sirius Rusher on board with TK now as Sirius Rusher then roll over the button as well. But look at this, you go too close to the car in front, you lose momentum there, and now Sirius Rusher's lost a lot of momentum to TK, and Murphy's also on the prow as well in that Red Bull. Then both Red Bulls are on the punch just yet, but this is early stages of the Grand Prix, so do not go anywhere, folks. Then we've got a we have got still a quite incredible race set. This is going to be very much unfolding in this race. And young Tommy is really making those soft tires to work absolutely to perfection. Nigel is now alongside. He passes the McLaren driver, moving up into 4th position there. Curly dropping down the 5th end. He was going to go on the outside there, but Nigel's parked his car into the perfect position there. Great 17. Then we've also got TK and Serious Mushroom, and he's on the inside. Where is he? There he is, and the Williams driver, and TK is trying to go on the outside. The Serious version there again. He's gone into the back from that TK out there, and Serious version there has gone out wide. Nigel and Curly are still fighting. Oh my word, there it's getting very close for comfort now, isn't it? And Nigel's now in the 4th position then, so that was the update between Curly and Nigel in 4th and 5th position. My word there. And Serious Mushroom's in the pits. Serious Mushroom's the first driver then to roll the dice then for the Williams. He's in the pits then, and what tires is he going to go? And then we'll keep an eye on that on the tower. Gordo is gone right to the back of this battle here. So Gordo has got some pace once again for the Haas team. He's gone from 12th to 6th in a magnificent style in 9 laps then. Serious Mushroom then, and the Williams mechanic said of Prime Reds go. He's gone to the hard tires. Serious Mushroom said he's going to try and get those tires until the end of the Grand Prix. Sorry, just on the break. Young Tommy then 1.3 seconds back at the moment, but I'd say that Gamer is struggling, isn't he? He's almost 2 seconds behind young Tommy. My word there, young Tommy's got some pace on here tonight, hasn't he? And of course I feel in terms of pace, outright pace, going up the inside. In terms of outright pace, so I feel that young Tommy probably shouldn't be in the relegation zone, because he is absolutely he's a quick cookie, isn't he? Gordo is also a quick cookie as well. He passes Curly is struggling on the soft tires. Look at that, he's been completely mugged there on the start finish on the what straight wheel, the hanger straight, and Curly has just lost 2 positions there, and FIFA Beefy almost got past as well. Curly is struggling there. The soft tires have gone off the cliff for Curly. Oh my word there, remember that was the saying of the day, was it, when the Pirelli tires first came in 2011 and 2012, and Curly's tires have definitely fallen off the cliff here tonight, and he's struggling now, isn't he? Curly is he cannot get the power on the car of the McLaren, and as his tires worn out then. He's done 8 laps, and Serge Rush has already been in this. Curly going to come in at the end of this lap as well. On board, yes, Curly's in, and he is completely gone off the cliff, and just yellow flag. Murphy's gone. Murphy's out of the race, and he's gone off in a huge way. Murphy has, and that's a huge smash. And where Fiat went off in 2015, it's out of safety car. I'm just on my breath, and I think the safety car would have been deployed by now. I don't think it is a safety car, but that is a huge smash. And Murphy out of the Grand Prix, and that is, I'm not going to talk that. So we could, looks like it's going to be covered under double wave yellows then for the March to get. He's already been cleared, and away he goes. And Farfus going to be very disappointed, not only to see Murphy out of the race, but also to not see a safety car either. So that's unfortunate for Murphy. He's our first retirement to the Grand Prix. Murphy has said he also retired there last season as well, if I'm not very much mistaken. And so that's Murphy not a fan of this United States circuit. Curly coming into the pit said that would have been perfect for Curly then, because he would have loved to have a virtual safety car or a safety car, and he wouldn't have lost that much time at all. And he's down in 14th position. He's also gone to the hard tyres as well. Maldonado trying to overtake Gordon. Gordon going defensive, so Maldonado's on the outside. And look at this, and Gordon then running around right. Then he just leaves just about Renault's car's width there. And Gordo still in 5th position there. Magnificent stuff there. Gordo, great, hard but fair racing. That's what you want to see in silver. That is what we do see in silver as well. Brilliant stuff. Maldonado there is getting a bit too tail happy there on that accelerator pedal there, isn't she? She was wagging that rear end there, and luckily she didn't swap ends there. So good stuff indeed there. But I think that she would like to get past Gordo as quickly as possible here. Otherwise, the pit window is open, and the pit window is open for the soft tyres and for a 2-stop strategy. If anyone wants to think about going on 2 stoppers, not sure if that might be the case. Maldonado needs to get past Gordo as quickly as possible here, because I think that they are losing time now. Gordo is now 1.2 seconds behind Nigel, who's in 4th position. Nigel is about 2.3 seconds behind Gamer. Maldonado's got a 3-second penalty as well. Oh goodness me, that is not good at all. TK's recovery drive is continuing. Ayrton's lost 2 seconds somewhere there, so I think Ayrton's soft tyres are starting to really run out of rubber. TK's had a magnificent performance so far. Really good stuff indeed. Ayrton just going off the track there. That might be one of the warnings there for Ayrton, unfortunately. Having a look on the inside TK's there, but Ayrton not even thinking about defending fresh air there. Of course, that's when he starts to really lose time. That's when you defend fresh air. Ayrton's not going to be too concerned about that there, but unfortunately, I think TK has got too much pace at this stage of proceedings. TK has passed and moved on into 9th position there. Gordo is lost out to Maldonado, but Maldonado has I've got to say, I think the Gordo breaks so much later. Absolutely magnificent stuff. He's just gone around the outside. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Slayer is also making this move as well. He's got past Wilson up into 12th position there. 11th position where Wilson struggling on the Red Bull at the moment, and still remaining Red Bull, but he's back up the inside. He's back past Slayer as well. Slayer's got damage to his car. And then look at this. He's going to run Wilson out wide there, and just about leaving the Red Bull whip for the track there. Again, hard but fair racing. But so Slayer is right off the circuit, and there's submission for the Mercedes driver. Into the pits there comes young Tommy, and same with TK and Ayrton as well. All the soft runners are in the pits now, and Gamer in the pits as well. Oh, Slayer's in the wall. Oh no, he is out of the American Grand Prix. He's come into the pit lane and into the wall, and blown his chance of points for Mercedes. That is such a shame there for Slayer. He is going to be kicking himself, and isn't he? We was talking about that earlier on. It's a virtual safety car. We was talking about that in qualifying, wasn't he, about how difficult it is to go into the pit lane and slow the car down. He's gone into the wall. Slayer out of the race. There's a virtual safety car then, so that might have helped the drivers who just came into the pits there, and that Slayer is oh dear, Dylan just said, ooh, Slayer. Yes, that's not his finest moment, I don't think. So virtual safety car's out. Gamer in all that fracas is in 10th position now. I wonder if he's going for a 2-stop strategy here. Gamer is there. So he has the softer tyres now, which means that Tommy's gone the medium tyres to the end of the race set, whilst Gamer is gone on to the soft tyres then. I'm not sure if the soft tyres going to get to the end then. Troy's got an 8-second gap there now. I think ignore that gap because that's going to come down. FIFA's caught Maldonado napping, and he is having a 4 fourth position there. Maldonado dropping down to fifth there. And yes, of course, that's the trick of the invert safety car. And I'm not sure if Maldonado submission is getting going there, but FIFA is passing him in the fourth position. FIFA's having an outstanding race. He's standing up in the seat of that Ferrari tonight, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed there. Absolutely fantastic. As just on board now then, and coming into turn 19 and 20 from 8-10 seconds away. Look, Nigel's in the pits, and that's very early for the medium tires to be in the pits there. So Nigel's is that a strategical call? We'll find out then. So just take a look now. Nigel, they're the Ferrari mechanics, so they got a nose cone ready. No, the answer is a strategical decision there for the Ferrari team. Into the pits, soft tires there for the Ferrari, and he comes back out now. FIFA Beefy is now all over the back of Gordo, and here he comes right, just flying past me, and then all over through the S as well. Gamer is now up into 9th position. I'm wondering, am I just thinking about this all wrong, which I probably am, but am I thinking that the soft tires could get to the end of the race from here then? I gotta say, I'll be absolutely I'll be absolutely amazed if those soft tires can get to the end of the race from there. But goodness me, then can Gamer do it? And we're going to find out now. As Gamer they're getting a bit too overzealous there on the SSN, and now look at this young Tommy who's having an absolutely amazing Grand Prix so far. Is behind Wilson at the moment. Wilson has not come into the pits just yet. He's done 12 laps on those medium tires. As young Tommy has had a swapperoo, and now look at Gamer then. Oh goodness me, it's the DRS that's popping up right in front of our faces here. Now coming down the back straight then, and a Gamer is going to go through past Wilson's way. He's gone right up the inside there, and that's a great maneuver. It's a double overtake there from Gamer. He has passed both Wilson and young Tommy. That's a crucial part of this race as well. And look at this, that is Wilson there is defending here. They're coming into turn 17. He's gone on the inside now, and now he's going to be on the outside for the Verstopper here. Turn 18 then, but he's on the outside. Look at this, Wilson. What driving from both drivers, that's magnificent. Young Tommy there has gone a bit wide there, and he has got through there, and it looks like position that car, so Wilson could not go up and under, and a job done. Then Gamer set the fast lap race. He is now putting the hammer down, and he's going on an alternative strategy, I think, at this stage, and so even with Nigel as well, who's in 10th position. Nigel's got a lovely bit of a clear track in front of him at the moment there. Ayrton let's drop behind Cirrus Rush now, because Cirrus Rush did the undercut then, did the undercut there, didn't he, Cirrus Rush then? So Cirrus Rush is on the hard tires. Ayrton's gone to the medium tires to the end of the Grand Prix. Gordo is dropped down to third position. Now Maldonado is right underneath the gearbox now with Gordo. There she is at the moment, but we're just taking a look at Gordo. I think that Gordo might be too far back, but he's had a magnificent drive for the Haas car tonight. Really good stuff indeed. Baz on his first race in about 3 Grand Prix is up into 5th position. Baz is brilliant stuff there from the AlphaTauri driver. The other AlphaTauri down in 14th position. We got 2 retirements. Slayer out, Murphy out of the Grand Prix as well, unfortunately. Gamer has got past Baz. Gamer is now moved up into 5th position. Now he is flying through the field there. Bradfield is all over the back of Wilson. Not anymore. He is in front of Wilson. In 9th position there. Good stuff. Very calmly done then. Cirrus Russian there up the inside then of a Curly. Is it the other way around then? Is it Curly up the inside of Cirrus Russian there? And a Curly there has a braked, and I think he was trying to go up and under there, but that didn't happen. That didn't work very well, did it, for Curly? As just on board of Ayrton as well. Ayrton doesn't want to be involved in this too much, does he? Because he is on the medium tires there. He is on the quicker compounded tire at this stage of proceedings. Nigel's got a 3-second penalty to add to his time. Mona Gamer's got another fast out racer. He is really burning rubber now here in Kota. Just look at this battle here. I think that Ayrton would like to get by, but he's getting on the accelerator a bit too harsh there, isn't he? And spin out the rear tires as well. Young Tommy is all over the back of the AlphaTauri car as well. Young Tommy is there. Young Tommy is having an absolutely stellar day so far. I think when this is all said and done, I think he'll be third at the moment, if I'm not very much mistaken then. But there's still a long way to go, isn't there? There could be safety cars. There's perils. There's twists and turns, isn't there? Nigel's just got thrown up in the 9th position there, and that might have been an absolutely outstanding manoeuvre. I don't think I've missed it there. So appalling form by Ginger Ray stage. We've now got to Baz there, who is kind of starting to become a no man's land. They're 3.3 seconds behind Gamer, and as Farf has got a 3-second penalty. I think that's Farf's first penalty there, and I think that's very good there for Farf. He has been hoping for a safety car of some kind or another there, but unfortunately that's not happened just yet. Young Tommy is through there. We've also got Nigel, who's all over the back now with Bradfield. Not anymore then. He's alongside Bradfield. He passes Bradfield up into a position there. Nigel is said he's on the similar strategy then to Gamer at this stage of proceedings as well. Both on the soft tires. I'm not sure if those soft tires can get to the end personally. I don't think they can. But of course, that is a uneducated guess from a very uneducated ginger. Troy leads then by 7.7 seconds at the moment, as Slayer's left for session, unfortunately. 7.7 seconds the gap is between Troy and FIFA Beefy. Troy then is kind of out on his lonesome at the moment now, having a great performance there, isn't he, the world champion. Gamer side, no fast lap on there, on board with Welshman and others. We can see her two rivals in front of us, FIFA Beefy and Gordo. FIFA Beefy is not wandered too far down the road from these two, as he FIFA Beefy has beat on a magnificent drive. Now we've got Nigel, who's now right underneath the gearbox of Baz as well. Baz is on the same strategy as Bradfield, Wilson, Maldonado, Gordo, FIFA and Troy, and to a certain degree Farf as well. Farf had to cut in the pits very early on then after coming together with himself and TK. Look at Nigel on the inside there, great manoeuvre there on the outside, job done, soft tyres, jobs are good then. Ayrton's got a 3-second penalty then to his name then in the AlphaTauri. Nigel now then 2 seconds away from young Tommy as well, and young Tommy is going to just needs to keep his head low, doesn't he, because he is on tyres that are going to be much more it's going to be a much more better nick then later on the Grand Prix, unless the drivers have to come in the pits. TK is going to the back of Wilson there, and that is lost an almighty amount of time there, and he's just recovering now then. I think that he's going to be behind Curly and Ayrton. There it's wheel to wheel between himself and Ayrton, and look at this, and TK is quite, oh my goodness me, look, it's free abreast. Ayrton's almost off the circuit there, he's past his Curly, and Ayrton's got two people on the straight there, and he is over the 12th position there. That's what he needed, Ayrton did there. He needs to get past Curly, who's on the hard tyres now to the end of the Grand Prix. Curly is there, and I think that so Curly should get to the end quite comfortably on those hard tyres, but so he'll have tyre life at the end of this race there. But Ayrton now needs to start to sprint away, doesn't he, if he wants to he wants to sprint away, doesn't he? Into the pits, there comes Troy. The Ferrari mechanics are out for FIFA Beefy. So Troy is done his stop there, and he is now on the on Oda tyres. Gamer's on 5-lap Oda tyres on the soft tyres. And here comes Troy out of the pits now. He's got some overtaking to do, the world champion. He is on the inside of Bradfield. Bradfield a bit too far back. FIFA Beefy coming on the pits as well. TK is alongside Ayrton. He passes Ayrton then. Ayrton's double overtake down the back straight there was good, but unfortunately it's not quite carded, is it? But I think that was a magnificent overtake, but it was it for Ayrton, but he's dropped back behind. I thought I said Maldonado having some issues there. There's yellow flag somewhere, and Maldonado is cruising. What's the wrong? Oh no, is Maldonado got an issue? She was having an outstanding performance today, and oh goodness me, I just got another 3-second penalty. That's not good at all, is it? Oh goodness gracious me, then as the race is now starting to unravel, Gordo has stayed up for an extra lap. Oh my goodness me, there's Gordo is trying to defend there, doing the old Verstappen-esque maneuver on the inside. Gamer is there. That's well before the breaking point. It should be fun and dandy, and Gamer up into the lead of the Grand Prix. Gordo still on the hot medium tyres that you saw the Grand Prix on, and Gordo once again on a magnificent performance. Ayrton there right underneath the rear wing of FIFA Beefy in the AlphaTauri. So Gamer now leading, and now he's starting to pull away. Then he knows that Troy is going to be coming back at him then at this stage of the proceedings. So Gamer and Troy are going to be putting in qualifying laps out. It feels like an old school Formula 1 race. This one does, doesn't it? Where we used to have fuel stops, didn't we? And they had to split the race up in terms of sprints. Now we've got a sprint race, haven't we? With 10 laps to go. Gamer on the soft tyres, and he's done 5 laps more on the soft tyres than Troy. Nigel has done about 4 laps and more on the soft tyres than Troy as well. Tommy is on the medium tyres then. How far is he going to get then? Gordo coming into the pits. I think that was a Nigel. I think that Troy has just moved past Nigel. Got up into a 4th position. He has indeed. Sarah's Russia in 7th position. FIFA 8 fed TK. It's on the outside in 9th fed TK, who's got a quick car tonight, hasn't he? Unfortunately, he's had a couple of issues. Ayrton in 10th position. Curry just outside the points of them. Maldonado coming out in 13th, 14th position there. Baz there has just got in front of her as well. Very close to the back of Baz, and Farf just coming in the pits down in 15th position. Hats off to Farf. Good stuff indeed there for staying in the race. Better man than me, I must say. Bear in mind than me, I definitely must say that, because I've got to say, it's very difficult to drive around the back of the field, isn't it? FIFA now, it's in 7th position there. In 8th position there. Serious Rush on the hard tyres. He was one of the first drivers to pit in this Grand Prix, in this race then. So, let's look at this. He is now coming alongside the Williams driver then. Look at this, he's going to wheel down the back straight as well. FIFA's on the soft tyres there. Gamer's on the hard tyres now. Look at this, he's up the inside. Wilson and Bradfield are still on those medium tyres there. And they are doing a magnificent job then, but those medium tyres ain't going to be able to pass an MOT test, and Beefy has gone right up the inside, and Wilson there had to take evasive action there. FIFA there was very much there. He was coming through it all odds there, and Wilson had to steer out and avoid the collision there, and FIFA, so good 17 there from Wilson, but unfortunately he has lost position there. Young Tommy, and look, there's Gamer in the background. Troy is at the fast side of the race, and Gamer is just there. He is. He's going to be the turn one. Troy is only 3 seconds away. Oh goodness me, I think Gamer would like to have been a bit higher than that. Bradfield in the pits. Wilson is staying out then, but Wilson's going to have serious mushroom all over his gearbox as well as the drivers coming across the line. Curly's got past Ayrton, and look at this, and serious mushroom up the inside, then passes at Wilson. Wilson's going to go for the old switcheroo, not quite then, and TK, look at the dirt on the old Alfa Romeo. Curly in 9th, Gordo in 10th, and Ayrton in 11th position. Gordo is a very quick at this stage, so he's back in the points already. Gordo, it's good stuff. TK has a 3-second power into his name, so I'm leaning left and right with Gordo for here. Oh goodness me, and of course it's just when you really get into it, it's absolutely fantastic. It's the gap's already down to 2 seconds and on lap 19 out of 28 here. I thought Gordo was going off to the right hand side of the screen there. Oh goodness me, I thought he was half spin it, but no, he isn't there. He's got a lot of car control, as he this young Haas driver, a magnificent driver indeed. That Gordo is now coming onto the back straight as well, and here he is, and he's through. He's past Curly trying to defend there, but I think that job is already done there for Gordo. It is done. Look at that. He's just pulling away from Curly down into 10th position now. And Curly there just trying to see if he can annoy Gordo. Well, I think that Gordo is very much there. It's going to be more. It's going to be quite wide to that, isn't he? And look at this. TK would like to get past Wilson. Wilson, it has a bang out the rear there for Wilson there, and TK just kind of barging him out the way there. But Wilson's not having none of that. Then, and he is now coming back on the inside there for the stopper. And look at this. And goodness me! Oh gosh, there. And there's contact. And luckily that wasn't an airplane crash there. Wilson was very lucky to stay in this race there, because I think that happened to Murphy last year, didn't it? I think when Murphy was drawing the racing point then, and Gordo in the 7th position. TK is down to 8th, and Curly 9th, and Ayrton in 10th position. Wilson in the pits there. Baz is in 11th, and Wild Knowledge in 12th position there. Gamer is gap is down to 6/10 a second. There it is, and here is the two championship protagonists. And Gamer then is going to really have to have a lot of defensive skills as well. And it is Tars going to fade that. Same with Nigel's as well. I feel that as those two, I figure. So as you can see, there's about 7-8 laps of those of race that has been done on those soft tires for Gamer. Gamer there is just trying to disrupt Troy as much as possible. Troy then is looks like then that it's a very long straight. This is a powerful DRS as well. The camera is completely on the other side of the circuit there, but Gamer there just diving on the inside there. That's great defensive driving there for Gamer, but he's left the door open there for Troy. Is Troy going to sneak through? He is sneaking through there, but he's gone the old sleeping policeman there, but he is still through. But Gamer has the inside for turn 17 there, and this is incredible fight as well. And Gordo and Son, a serious person there, are fighting as well in the background for 6 and 7. Troy is on the outside. He's on the outside there. Is Gamer going to let him go on the outside? It's going to be magnificent. Oh my goodness, they almost come to blows there. Troy is on the inside, takes a position there, and he is taking the lead in the United States Grand Prix. He had so much more grip, so much more confidence in. Now he has the lead of the United States Grand Prix, and the world champion there. Actually fantastic. No, Troy leads the Grand Prix. Gamer in a second position. Young Tommy is now in third, and he could be staring into second here at this moment in time for young Tommy. Oh, good stuff indeed there for young Tommy. Nigel in fourth position. His tires starting to fade as well. So Nigel's going to be looking over his shoulder with the likes of FIFA and Gordo coming at him. Right old rate and not set. Serious Merchant there would shouldn't have any issue with tire. Look at the grub. Look at the grubbiness of this Alfa Romeo. Goodness me, they're going to have to give it a good old scrub down, aren't they, at the end of this one. Ayrton at the moment, and is 5 seconds back from Curly there. He's keeping Curly very much in his sight at the moment, isn't he? Ayrton is, and he's in the points at the moment, but he does have his teammate Baz steaming up behind him at the moment. Baz in the AlphaTauri. There he is, and I wonder if there might be a bit of team order set in the AlphaTauri camp then, perhaps, because Baz could potentially elevate himself quite high up the order. But of course, there are also both of these drivers are battling to stay in silver, aren't they, for next season? So this is going to be very difficult for the AlphaTauri drivers, isn't it? Because I'm not sure if Ayrton would like to let the guys battling for battling to stay in the in the silver division. If he wants to let his rival through, then it's going to be difficult. This one isn't it? But we'll find out how this one progresses. And this is the closest battle on track at the moment. We're on lap 21. Troy leads the Grand Prix now by almost 2 seconds from Gamer in second. Third position is Young Tommy. Nigel in fourth position. FIFA Beefy is in fifth. Gordo is sixth. Seventh position is Serious Russian. TK is eighth. And ninth is Curly. 10th position is Ayrton. 5/10 of a second back is Baz, who's now in 11th position there, and he is very much all over the back of his teammate. 12th position is Maldonado, also going to be quick. Same with Bradfield, Wilson and Favre, all on the soft tires now to the end of the race. So Ayrton is going to become the hunter to the hunted then, I think, in the final stage. Well, Curly there just trying to break the toe, I think. Going in to turn one, Young Tommy is really putting the squeeze now on Gamer. Look at this, and Gamer's tires are fading fast now, isn't he? Gamer is struggling, isn't he? He's struggling there in the Mercedes, but at the moment he is in front of his rival in terms of the battle for second, Nigel. But I think that Nigel's going to be another driver coming under pressure there from FIFA Beef, who's on a fantastic Grand Prix, and Gordo as well. I got to flick back to here because I think this is where the action's going to be. There's a lovely shot here as well. Now we're on the back straight, and Ayrton's 5/10 of a second back from Curly. Baz is 4/10 of a second back from Ayrton. Maldonado is 5/10 of a second back from Baz. And goodness me, then these are all Constantine up. Then Curly is going to have to get defensive, I feel. Curly goes on the inside. Maldonado is on the inside of Baz. Maldonado's having a look there. Baz is slamming the door shut on the nose cone of Maldonado. And Ayrton there is still in temperature there, but he's thinking Curly's going to be a blessing in disguise here for Ayrton, because he'll be using the slipstream now to keep in front of Baz and Maldonado, which is good stuff indeed. Then Young Tommy is up free. Oh, it's Ayrton there, struck there. And look, it's Baz is on the inside there, and the two AlphaTauri drivers are really fighting. Oh no! And they've come the blows, and Ayrton has cut across there and gone into Baz. Oh goodness me then! And I'm not. Oh goodness me there! It looked a bit suspect there. Oh gosh there! And Baz are in major difficulty then. I think he is cruising. Oh no! Baz in some major difficulties there. Young Tommy is now all over the back of Gamer as well. Oh goodness gracious! Baz is in the pits there. Baz is in the pits, and he was on those fresh soft tires, and he is out of the Grand Prix. Baz is there, and that is frustration, I think, there. Oh no! And the AlphaTauri, we were talking about it just a lot before, weren't we? And between the two AlphaTauri drivers, and unfortunately they've come to blows, haven't they? Of course, that is the problem, isn't it, when it's so competitive? And we're just watching Young Tommy there going down the outside now then of Gamer, and this is a great performance there for Young Tommy. And Gamer is not going to wave him by, is he? But I think it's going to be very difficult for him to repel the attack of Young Tommy. Young Tommy's only 5 seconds away. If Troy's tires go off, then Young Tommy could potentially be looking at a victory here. Magnificent now for Young Tommy. Absolutely impressive indeed. I think the hashtag Tommy for President is going to be trending again there, just like it wasn't qualified. Is it well being the race? Oh my word, there is the Gamer smashed my nose off, and Gamer's off the circuit there. And goodness me, I think that he got a swapper on, didn't he? Those soft tires are really struggling. Maldonado's got past Curly and moved up into 9th position now. So did something. Can Maldonado then get some more points then on for the Renault team as well? Troy has got the maximum points so far, I think, anyway. I'm not sure who's got the fast up. I've completely forgotten it. Now we've got the Ferrari. I've got to say, it's a war within the wars today. So there's the teammates there of really, and now we've got another teammate battle here. But I think that's much more straightforward, isn't it, than it was at the AlphaTauri garage. I think Franz Tost will be pulling his hair out there, won't he, in the AlphaTauri team. Then, of course, he's a man I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of him. So I've got to say, Baz and Ayrton are going to be probably getting a grilling after this one, which we are in the America now. And I think that I think out and some grills and barbecue is the name of the day, isn't it? Especially here in Austin, Texas. However, I would say that's not kind of the grilling that we want to see. Wilson has had submissions there coming out of turn 1 and Farf, who's in 14th position. About Farf doing a good job there. Unfortunately for Farfare, he hasn't been able to capitalise on the safety cars. There's been no safety cars at all in this race just then. And we've got TK who's got past. He's up in the 7th position now. He passes Sirius Rusher, who's down in 8th then. And so TK now coming in. He's now back in the 7th position. TK's had a very good recovery drive here, hasn't he? So I said young Tommy might be my driver today because he's standing up in the seat of that row, standing up in the seat of that car, in the Williams car, very nicely indeed. But I think that TK there to come back from the field is doing very nicely indeed. Good stuff, Fed. Sorry, something caught in my teeth. Oh my goodness me! I think it was a bit of the old chicken bites I was having for tea then just before I came on there. Then right, lap 25 out of 28. Then my word, then this race has absolutely flown by, hasn't it? Flown by, my good sirs and madams. And brilliant stuff. Then let's take stock, shall we? We're on lap 25. Then Troy Eats tires. There's a question about whether he can get him to the end. Then we're on lap 26 out of 28. Oh, sorry, 25 out of 28. Very similar to the race we had last night then between Emerson and Pease, where Emerson was hunting down Pete. Gordo's got a penalty, and that reminds me, let's take a look at the penalty, shall we, before I even start to put on a bit of the old waffle. This is Gordon now. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. That at the moment is not going to lose him the position there. He will lose a position now to Sirius Mercer. Sirius Mercer could be propelled up in the 6th position here. Up in the 7th perhaps, or 6th. I can't get me maths right. Yeah, be propelled up to 6th position there, but Gordon there is still on the soft tires here. He would like to pull away as quickly as possible. We'll find out as well. Emerson is saying they'll be surprised if Nigel can make it on to the end now on the soft tires. Same with Gamer as well then, because they put him on so early on, didn't they? Both those two drivers did. It's going to be tippy-toeing now, isn't it? Going back to the pounds then. 9 seconds of penalty for Wilson. 6 seconds. 9 for Ayrton. There's 9 for Maldonado. 6 for Maldonado as well. It has been a very trying day for a lot of the drivers here tonight. It's a tough one. FIFA's gone through, and I'm not sure what happened there, but Gamer's facing the wrong way here in this race. And oh, goodness me, he's going to be losing points now to Nigel in the championship battle for second here. Oh, my word there. And I'm not sure if he was helped around or if his tires have come to the edge of the limit. Perhaps, and it might be a bit of both of them, but look at this. Gamer is struggling. He cannot keep... Oh, he's in the wall. No, he somehow kept out of the wall, but Gamer's in major difficulty here. And those soft tires, he's pushed him to the limit and beyond there. Nigel ain't going to be too far away from that either, just as Emerson predicted there. I know we've also got Carboy saying Gamer will have no tires to defend against Beefy, and I've got to say that was a prophecy. That was a spoiler there, wasn't it, from Carboy there as well. Vince saying get in there, Tommy lad as well. Apologies, I've been ignoring you in the comments there. Now that's appalling stuff by myself. I'll try and get through your comments as quickly as possible towards the end of this race. It's been a very enthralling race, hasn't it? In this one, very good stuff indeed. I've enjoyed this one, but I think a Gamer that is going to. Not going to be too happy with that then. But what is Nigel going to do then? Gamer unfortunately there dropping off, and I'm not sure if he got a helping hand from FIFA Beefy, but FIFA Beefy is on the course for a podium here. So with Gordo. Gordo's having a magnificent season, isn't he? I've already said he's my driver of the season. He's been magnificent. Nigel though is on the same life of tire now as Gamer was then a couple of laps ago. And look at Nigel then. He is basically he's tickling that throttle. Listen, he doesn't want to go on the throttle any more than what he needs to, and he is gaining 10 points on his battle for second in the World Championship then. This will take the gap between himself down to 5 points then, if he can then stay in this position here tonight, because Gamer's not getting any points at the moment there. That is what is up for grabs here tonight then. Gurman saying that Nigel's tires must be screaming. They are, then he has got 3 laps to go. TK is now right underneath the gearbox of the World Champion of ALR for the first time for ALR's first ever season there. Nigel is gotta say that it's going to be feeling very vulnerable, because look there now. Look at the vultures, and they're starting to circle over Nigel with those 14 lap old soft tires there. That's got over half distance in the Grand Prix. My word there. And look, here's TK. Here's Sirius Mushroom, Marshman Nodder. I think Anne Curley and Ayrton and Bradfield might also be interested in Nigel as well. Yes, they are quite far back, but I feel that Nigel is going to be very slow now, isn't he? No disrespect to Nigel, that he's been magnificent, hasn't he? But look at that he just can't even go on the power. And TK is through. There's a puncture on the Ferrari. He's got a puncture, Nigel has there. Oh, my word. There it is then, on the right right front tyre there of Nigel, and Nigel then has got a puncture to Cirrus Mushroom. No, I think he will now. And look at this then, and oh my goodness me! And Nigel then pushed it to the edge of the limit and beyond there. But today is not. They still go quite fast down there, isn't he? On those on that punch there. But he just ain't gonna be able to slow down. Is he Nigel there? I'm wondering if he's going to try and elect to stay out to the end of the race then and see if I can do that. But look at that, and there's the right front tire is completely flat now. Is there for Nigel on the Ferrari? Oh my word there! And I gotta say, it's a heroic performance out from the Ferrari driver. But today it's just not the day. Remember the German who just commented on that a minute ago. Remember he had a puncture on the second to last lap in Brazil last season, didn't he? And today though is Today, unfortunately, is Nigel, who is Nigel, who's unfortunately having some issues. His ego, he's trying to stay out. And I think he is staying out. Is he? No, Nigel's coming into the pits. And he admits defeat. And what a shame now for Nigel. He had a magnificent. He's on the last lap as well. Nigel is there. He's going to be kicking himself there for the Ferrari driver. Ayrton Albert did not finish that. Nigel was shame. And Gamer and Nigel tried to take those soft tires beyond the limits there and beyond there. It was too much there for the soft tires. Gamer set the fast of the race, so and it's taken the Grand Slam away there from Troy, perhaps potentially. I say so. That's might be a crumb of comfort there for Gamer tonight then. And here is Troy. Here he is, and the world champion of silver, having a magnificent season. This is going to be his 9th Grand Prix win of the season. He's been absolutely stellar stuff indeed. I'm sure that I think Glock didn't he have 11 wins or 15 wins? I can't remember. I need to look back at my old stat book. But there we go then. Now then, as we got Troy coming into the final couple of corners as well. So I think that Troy going for his 9th Grand Prix win the season. He's been magnificent, hasn't he, this season? Troy has really good stuff indeed there. And here he is, and the Renault team now. This is a good handful of points as well for the Renault team as well. And they have put themselves in prime position in Mexico to take the Constructors' Championship as well. Out of the final turn, and Troy wins the United States Grand Prix, his 9th Grand Prix win of the season. Magnificent performance there from the champion. Absolutely great stuff. But I think the biggest cheers of the day is going to go to young Tommy. Hashtag Tommy for president. Tommy is second today, and that is going to propel him right outside the relegation battle as well. Then, as I think that is going to put him on 39 points. Then, so that will put him up into 17th position in the championship, which is enough. It is enough at the moment for young Tommy to stay in the division. Troy then who's in a solid. And attain a solid victory as well. Curly doing a good job in 7th position in the end, and on those hard tyres. Cirrus Mushroom doing an outstanding job as well, but he is 6.666 behind Gordo. Goodness me. I hope no one's superstitious. Bradfield in 9th position, Ayrton in 10th as well then. But here is Troy. He's been absolutely good, has been absolutely amazing today, hasn't he? Fantastic stuff indeed there. Young Tommy Sarpi, he's crying in the comments there as well. Oh, it's the wrong emoji there. Good stuff indeed. FIFA Beefy gets driver today. No argument for me. He had an outstanding performance, didn't he? But I think that it was definitely between FIFA Beefy and young Tommy. Troy, 9th Grand Prix win the season there. Really good stuff indeed there for Troy. Almost got the full house there, but of course Gamer stole his thunder, didn't he, towards the end there. Great stuff indeed there. Young Tommy on the podium, I think, for the first time in his ALR career. Hats off to young Tommy in the Williams, and that is some good points out for the Williams. Lovely stuff indeed then. Gordo is tired as well, but he finished a magnificent 4th position. Think he did indeed. Gordo and FIFA had a brilliant performance today, didn't they? Let's take a final look at the classification chart from the United States Grand Prix. Troy from pole position to checker flag there. Good stuff indeed. Young Tommy, brilliant performance there from 6th to 2nd. FIFA in 3rd position there. He is on the podium. 4th position there is Gordo. 5th is Cirrus Mushroom. 6th is TK. Curly in 7th position. 8th position was Maldonado. Then 9th is Bradfield. 10th is Ayrton. Gamer then pushed the soft tires just too far, didn't he? And it was down in 11th position. Nigel, the same for him. He pushed those tires too soft. And he is 12th. And status quo for battle for 2nd and 3rd. And 4th in the championship. Nigel 12th. And 4th in 13th position there is the race ended at turn 1, unfortunately. Wilson in 14th position there. Baz retired from the race. And after him and his teammate Ayrton came to blows there. There's going to be some falling out there, I think. 16th position is Slayer. Murphy had a very uncharacteristic error in turn number 19. Then that is the classification from the United States Grand Prix. Well, I'm needing to lie down, to be honest. I got to say, ooh, my word, then. Action all the way was now absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Then I'm just waiting to see if any of our interviewees are going to be coming in then, and just see if they want a quick old chin wag with me. Let me just see if anyone's actually coming just yet. I can't believe it. That I haven't lost connection to this session yet. I'm absolutely loving life at the moment now. For the first time in a long time, I think it was don't see on the Wednesday, but we seem to have it every other day of the week. But tonight has not been the night, has it? Great stuff indeed, absolutely magnificent. I don't think anyone's joining me, so it looks like I'm all alone in this old commentary booth. Well, this is a good opportunity to give a good old quick plug, isn't it, to what's happening tomorrow night? And we're back in Austin then for the third time. Now, third time's the charm. I don't think it's going to be for me. We have got bronze in action, haven't we? Dylan leads the world championship at the moment then, as leads the world championship at the moment, but it's very slender, isn't it? Crystal Mason's on a rotten run of bad luck, isn't he? Same with Leclerc last time out as well, and so those two are going to be striking back then. But of course, because it's a shortened season in bronze and cobalt, the drivers have got to really get their groove on, don't they? Young Tommy's asked for an invite to the party. Let me have a look then, see if I can get you in, my good sir. Usually we've already got the invites out. That's the invite to the game then. 1 second then, as I am just trying to have a look. How do I invite people? Oh, there we are. We've got add players and good stuff indeed then. Who should I add in here tonight then? Goodness me, I'm in control. Fantastic. I think, did FIFA Beefy finish on the podium? I've only just finished the race, but there we go. So let's take a quick look, shall we? Apologies, guys. And as you can see then, as always then, I am always at my... I don't think I've got you on my friends list, young Tommy. That is absolutely appalling, isn't it? It really is indeed then. So that's not good, is it? Young Tommy. Are you young Tommy JW12? Well, whatever the case may be. I think I don't think anyone's coming in the interview tonight then. We'll have to do the interviews next week then, guys. But that is it there from ALR. I can't believe that it's actually stayed on forwards. That is it there from ALR. We'll be back in action then tomorrow night. It'll be Emerson and Ayrton then. This will be doing the oh, we got FIFA in the party. Great stuff, man. No, we won't. So we got FIFA in the party first. FIFA. What a performance today. You got I think you got drive of the day today, but you're on the podium today. That was an absolutely incredible drive from yourself.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I crashed out early last season, but I was doing well. Yeah, as soon as I got on the softs, it was just overtakes everywhere. Softs are really good.
Was that your plan all along, was it?
Yeah, well, obviously, no, it weren't, because I had a Q3 ban, so I was meant to get through to Q3, but I invalidated all my laps, so no. But yeah, it worked in the end.
Do you feel that
I was watching a few people crash out, and a few people penalties, and people battling, and then I was just getting past people battling, and then, yeah, it was good.
Do you feel if you got into Q3 that this result wouldn't have been possible today, or did you feel that you had the pace anyway, whatever happened?
Yeah, well, obviously I know I couldn't fight for pole because I had a Q3 ban, but yeah, I was confident this was one of my better tracks, and I was going to do well. And did.
My word, you did do very well indeed then. And you've elevated yourself well up the stands as well. My master's appalling, so I'm not even going to try and attempt that. But well done, FIFA, today. Driver of the day as well. I have no complaints there. Magnificent stuff indeed. Well done, FIFA. Absolutely outstanding performance there. Really stood up in the seat of that car today. Amazing stuff indeed then. Let me come to, I think there's young Tommy's in here now. Young Tommy! My goodness me. You got hashtag Tommy for president after the end of that race. Your first ever podium of ALR. You drove like an absolute king around here tonight.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I had the confidence for once. Like I don't have confidence in ALR at all. Like since I just joined it. Like I don't know. It just felt great today.
And I think that's a very good point you've raised there, because is it because you don't feel confident because you've joined halfway through the season there and everyone's already up and running and you still got to find your groove?
Yeah, that's basically the point. Like I just started on 0 points, like I think 6 races ago, and I'm just trying to get out of the relegation zone so I can actually stay in silver. So yeah, just giving my best every week.
And you've done an absolutely fine job then. And to be fair, and this result has been a long time coming then, because you was very unlucky a couple of weeks ago in Russia, where unfortunately you wasn't able to get a start, and then in Japan last week as well, where you just didn't get the rub of green, unfortunately. But today it all came together as well. What are you feeling then for the final stage of this championship?
Yeah, good question. Like, I just hope that I can keep that pace up and, yeah, maybe stay in silver.
Brilliant stuff indeed. Well done, young Tommy. And of course, I think your fans were loving you today. You was magnificent. Well done. And last but no means least, then let's come to Troy. He is the silver world champion. Troy is then, and he's really underlined that with a performance today. Troy, that looked quite routine from outside the car. But how is it like inside from your perspective?
Yeah, it was quite comfortable, to be honest. Got a bit worried when Gamer and a couple of other guys decided to box a bit earlier for the softs. I didn't know what they were planning to do really, but yeah, I guess they had to try to do like something different to try and grab the win. But yeah, it felt like a very good race, and yeah, it felt like I managed it pretty well, strategy-wise, race-wise, everything.
And of course, this is the first time I'm chatting to you as a world champion as well. Talk us about your season then, whilst we've got you here then. You're winning it last week in the Japanese Grand Prix. What scene to win it in as well? How's your season been then? I got to say, you must be enjoying it. 9 wins, 5 5 poles, 12 podiums now. Magnificent.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels great. I got off to a pretty bad start in my first couple of races. I just scored a couple of points there. So I didn't have the biggest of confidence, but then I felt that, yeah, just everything turned around in round 3 in Vietnam, really. So, yeah, since that I felt that I can at least compete for the win in every race. Maybe I wouldn't have, or maybe I can't win every race, but if I feel like I have the pace and I have, yeah, that I can compete for the wins at least. And yeah, it feels very good.
And one more thing for you and the Renault team then is to get the Constructors' Championship. You're very close then. Mexico is where you can claim it, but don't ask me how because I don't know. But going into Mexico then, do you want the Constructors wrapped up then? That's going to be left. That's all what's left for you and the Renault team now.
Yeah, of course. I want to win it as early as possible, but yeah, we're just gonna race, enjoy it, and see how it goes. Really. I've been so pleased with this season, both like individually for me and for the team as well. So yeah, I'm just hoping to try and secure it as soon as possible.
Well done, very much. Well done indeed, Troy. And also congratulations on the win today and the World Championship as well. Congratulations to young Tommy, their first podium of his career. Congratulations to FIFA Beefy. That's his third podium of the season as well. And that's his first driver of the day of the season. Good stuff indeed. We'll be back in action for the Hiltons tomorrow because they will be on comms and you will have a race winner and a double world champion to take you through bronze as well. Let's just hope they don't show me in the gravel. See you tomorrow night. Goodbye.